With Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, appearing in his head all the things he's wanting to be said. 19 minutes of Phil to Phil, with so much time to kill. He promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and chill. The stream's online and straight away begins to whine, but all is fine as long as Shaz's benign and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to endure like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran straight to feeling so insecure. The money earned from yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always had to stay on. If supports are also slow and stays so low and fails to grow, you never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. Once kicked off across the board with charge to ward because the squad can't be ignored, just how much DSP makes us feel so bored to help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch a creep who play bingo, but Phil will bitch and why his sheep are also cheap while DSP is chasing green. We're seeing green across the screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals are so machine. It's not in burp and leaning ban, it matters not if factory fun is child's can't see if hours make him feel less of a man. Takes a drink and starts his like before lunching into a big pretending there for bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of college cat and fatty wife and all his strife of forgetting that it's done well and they were rife. With drama he will react but isn't act as a fact as he rehearsed to be exact and how he felt he was attacked. She's nearly over and a win is in sight with what to white despite Phil to late that tips were not white. We'll say alright it is okay and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tips will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again, it's never if but always when the game is won. Thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, King Jad here, and welcome to DSP Bingo for us today, Tuesday the 21st of March 2023. I do hope you're all doing well indeed and you're enjoying your week so far. Phil is awake and online, as you can see. He's going to pay some bills before he starts the stream, so he's going to be quiet for a bit. And I just love how savage some people are in his chat. Look at his shit, you know, Rick Shaman. Is that what kids call fapping these days, paying bills? Two last names as a member says, hey, pay my bills where you're at it.
Yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, money, money.
Thank you very much to Chad Bass for subscribing to the channel, much appreciated. I do hope you're all doing well guys, as I said, you know what I mean, so yeah. As I said, there should be a wee show today, should be a cracking wee show. I'm hoping for good things, you know. Phil's gaining members once again.
Yeah, money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, money, money.
And thank you to Barrett Wells for the early super chat. It says, on my third cup of coffee guys, daylight savings man, let me tell you. Look, you're in Canada, right, which is one thing. Think about how D-Dog sometimes feels, man. Do you know what time D-Dog has to get up sometimes for some of these detractor streams? He's awake like fucking like 4 AM, 3 AM, 4 AM sometimes. He's like, I don't know why he's up at that time. I don't know if he's up for DSP reasons or if it's other reasons, but it's incredible to think of people waking up at ridiculous times and doing content or attending streams or whatever, being at crazy times, you know what I mean? I used to do it back in the day. I used to stay up for quite late sometimes for the late streams back in the day, and it is hard to do, especially if you've got work the following day. You know what I'm saying? But big ups to people who actually are able to fucking get up and you know, actually manage to fucking, you know, take in these streams as well, these kind of ungodly hours, you know. So yeah, it's just in the UK our clocks go forward. Spring forward. Our clocks go forward in the UK next Sunday, so it'll be a bit more normal for us next Sunday onwards. So yeah, it's daylight savings is a bastard, man. I don't really drink coffee. I'm not much of a coffee drinker. I'm more like the only way I'll be able to drink something with coffee in it is if I get something very sweet. Like, there's a place called Cafe Nero. I don't know if there's a chain of Cafe Neros in America side of things, but in the UK anyway, there's a place called Cafe Nero. It's a kind of good chain of kind of coffee places, you know, here. And I get like the caramel latte with cream, you know. I need it sweet. I don't like the taste of coffee. I appreciate the effects of coffee. I just don't like the fucking taste of coffee. So I need like a caramel latte to fucking counteract that, you know. It's the kind of only thing I'll be able to tolerate drinking, you know, comfortable enough, you know, just make it as sweet as fucking possible just to tolerate the fucking taste of coffee. But other than that, if I need something like, you know, I'll do a Steve the Dead and drink Lucozade, you know. I'm bigger than Lucozade sometimes as well. Oh, Phil's got a big $50 super chat. Will you be doing a playthrough of WWE 2K23? There's somebody clearly does not pay attention to Phil's streams, because if you haven't been paying attention to Phil's streams, you'd know that he's not going to get a game right now. He's going to wait a few months until it comes out, and then he's going to fucking play only the career mode. Phil is not going to actually fucking play the game properly because he thinks there's no fucking point. He only wants to fucking get the game so he can do the fucking creative mode. 50 buckaroos from that denhead to ask that question. He could have just popped on to Bingo and asked for free and I would have fucking told him. But there you go, some Phils and their money are easily parted, as we can see there. Anyway, let's get this game of bingo set up, shall we? Let's spin this bastard wheel. Spin, you ugly bastard. Land on something good. Give us something robust. Hand graphs. It's going to be hand graphs, ladies and gentlemen. I'm fucking alright for that. I guess the only thing left to do now is ask for a number between 1 and 207. The very first number in chat I see, which contains the number 6, will be the card I picked for today's bingo shenanigans. So no pressure, but whoever picks the card, you know, I'm expecting it to fucking win. Gregory Lake, Otto Insane, both with 69. It's a great minds think alike. I had a feeling as soon as I said 6, you're going to fucking ask for 69, so there you go. We're going to go to the 69th bingo card with hand graphs in it, which is of course a 70th result. So the 69th card is the one here on the right hand side. Phil saying update, literally him using the sound box, him saying comment and friend. The second row is Phil doing a years ago story, him saying chill, react, him giving a thumbs up and saying alright. The third row is Phil saying you see, addition, him snorting, and doing the hand graphs, and saying in fact. What are hand graphs, you might be asking if you're new? Hand graphs are when Phil is demonstrating something either going up or down in numerical value using his hands as a fucking demonstration of something going up or down, essentially. So that's generally what hand graphs are. The fourth row is Phil saying detractor or trolls, him repeating the same point constantly, him saying schedule, him making an annoying T sound, for example Twitter or excited, and him saying example. And the final row is Phil saying, well, Phil explaining something, which really takes forever to explain something simple. His chair creaking, him saying meaningful, him bumping the microphone with his dumbass flowing arms, and him saying now. That is card for today's bingo shenanigans. I think it's a quite a decent card indeed, and I know, and I always say that, I know. But I still think it's a strong card. I think it's got a chance. And yeah, I mean, we won last week. It's a good point. We won last Monday. We won bingo last Monday, and Shallow, I can tell you, has got a prize. Shallow Sparkle, who's now known as just Shallow. They removed the sparkle because I guess, you know, they're not as sparkly as they used to. I don't know why people change their fucking names, but all I know is that Shallow Sparkle got a prize for bingo. So if you want to win bingo prizes as well, just obviously, you know, stick around for bingo stuff, you know, and if we do get a full house, make sure you're around for me spinning the wheel and pick a winner. If you're not there to claim the prize at a time, you usually have about a week to claim it, otherwise that shit's gone. So there you go. And yeah, the prize, you can request money or a voucher, whatever's easier for you and me, whatever's just... I don't mind, like, it's like, if I'm given like an Amazon voucher, I need to log into the version of Amazon your country's in. So, I didn't give you a voucher that way, it's kind of weird. I wish I could use one, it's kind of weird how the fucking country specific, where I can't, because I'm in the UK, and an American wins it, I can't just send you a UK gift card. It has to be like an American gift card, so I need to go to the Amazon.com version. That's an example ever, and it's the same for like Canada or whatever, and you know what I mean, but there you go. But yeah, okay, the card then. So that's the card for today's bingo shenanigans. That's fantastic. Let me remove that. And remove that. Okay, cool. Phil's still a bit busy here. His chat is dead. I mean, yes. Look at this. Hey all, everything going good over here? I guess he saw the fucking big super chat pop up and just fucking came back, even though he's busy paying his bills apparently. Today is a very big day for Phil Burnell. It only happens 12 times a year. This is a day he gets paid by YouTube. So these are usually the fucking good days for Phil Burnell when he's on a money high because he's just got a big YouTube payment. So yeah. Chris Dank says the fact he's already throwing dirt at Craig and threatening them with past things just shows how scummy and jealous Phil is. Yeah, exactly. He's always been a jealous bastard. Prophet, you did miss a number, but it was a number close to your heart. I'll give you one guess, Prophet, as to what the number was. I guess I can't because people are spoiling it for you. To be fair, Prophet would have guessed 69 anyway. Even if I was telling Prophet to guess a number between 1 and 10, his answer would be 69. That's just the type of fucking person Prophet is. That's how he's wired, and that's why I love Prophet. So there we fucking go. Anyway, I'm going to get this bingo game set up and get all the cards shown and all shit, so we got everything ready to go essentially on the screen. Give me a second. Okay, cool. So anyway, if you're new to bingo stuff, okay, if you're new to bingo streams, first of all, welcome. I do hope you're all doing well. Secondly, there's a couple of things to go over. There's free spaces up for grabs for this bingo game. So if Phil snorts 25 times on stream before recording for gameplay for YouTube, that's a free space. If Phil burps 10 times before recording for gameplay for YouTube, that is a free space as well. If Phil gets 100 likes before recording for gameplay and he blows bubbles for his audience before he starts recording for gameplay for YouTube, that is also a free space. And if we get 100 likes on this very stream before we finish playing bingo, that too is a free space. So there's at least 4 different ways obviously to get free spaces, and of course the snorts and burps double up, as do the likes. You know, if Phil suddenly gets like fucking 200, 300, 400 likes, that'll be 2, 3, 4 free spaces. It all adds up. But yeah. The free spaces are meant to be hard to earn though, you know what I mean? So it's not unusual to get a free space, but there you go. You get what I'm saying though, you understand what I'm saying. You understand the words coming out of my mouth. I do, hope anyway. But yeah, that's how we get free spaces in this bingo card. And I feel optimistic about this bingo card. It depends how Phil approaches it. Look, Phil's going to be in a good mood today, okay? He's going to be in a good mood because he got paid by YouTube. YouTube payment came in, he's on a temporary money high. Even though it wouldn't have been the fucking biggest of fucking YouTube payments, in fact, we can actually check right now. Thanks to Piece's amazing tracker, the net revenue, Phil's payment from YouTube today would have been 4,300. Actually, no, that's a lie. Phil's payment from YouTube today would have been $3,819. So he would have been paid around that amount in his account. Give or take $1 or $2 here or there. These things are not absolutely 100% perfect, but I know Piece does do quite well with tracking all though. But yeah. So Gregory is asking, yeah, he lost about $500 down from the previous month because the memberships fucking plummeted for him. But this is obviously why Phil's going, I guess you guys don't like the fucking member goals, I guess we should do it this way instead. But fuck it, so Phil will be on a temporary money high because he's got paid by YouTube and he's paying his bills, not shit, and he thinks he's a big shot because he got fucking, like, you know, over $3,000, $3,500 in his account all of a sudden. Even though most of that goes to things like, you know, mortgage, bill. I mean, no one's denying Phil doesn't pay bills. We all fucking pay bills, for fuck's sake. I mean, Phil's like, oh, the trolls all fucking say I just spend all my money on mobile gaming and that's it. No, you motherfucker, we all have bills to pay. Even you fucking dense cunt. But we're fucking saying that some of that money you fucking have really should be fucking used for more important things, when instead you fucking spotted it all away on stupid shit like fucking mobile gaming and DoorDash and gin or other sorts of alcohol. Yeah, fucking man, I don't know. It's funny, I was watching the Side Scrollers interview, I mean, randomly while I was waiting, I was kind of finishing up my work and decided to put on the Side Scrollers interview again. And I managed to catch the first hour and a half of that interview again. And Phil... It's funny the wee things you pick up a second time watching it, you know? Like, Phil was just saying, oh, you can... I can't convince you to believe me. Like, you know, Adam was quite clear with his opinions. Like, I don't believe that. You know, things like Phil was trying to claim he wasn't being racist about the fucking slave trade joke, you know? And Adam's just straight up saying, I don't believe what you're saying. And Phil was like, that's perfectly fine. You're free to not believe me. I can't make you believe me. And then he's bitching and whining on his own fucking content a day or two later. Like, these guys don't believe me and they're telling them, no, they told you at the time. They told you to your face, Phil. They don't believe your ass. Gregor like is saying how about a free space if Jasper draws blood again. That was incredible. I mean, the fact that Jasper actually managed to fucking hurt him that much. I mean, that's Phil's noodle arms, man. I have a feeling that a fucking stray bit of paper would fucking give Phil a type of paper cut on those noodle arms. But at the same time, it did look good. Agent DeClaude, Kung Fu Kitty fucking striking hard with a vengeance, getting revenge for all those water spray attacks over the fucking years, you know. So if Agent DeClaude, if 2KJ, if Jasper Kitty does actually draw blood once more from DSP, then I am willing to fucking give yous 5 free spaces. Not just 1 free space, but if Agent DeClaude fucks up Phil again and makes him bleed, then that'll be 5 free spaces. But I don't think it's going to happen again. It's a one-off. There's no way it's going to happen again. We can all hope for it. We can all root for it. But it's hard to imagine Phil. Kat might not even be fucking working today. She could be fucking in the house, which means Jasper won't even get in. But we'll have to wait and see, I guess. Anyway. Yeah. So, Phil, let me actually check the dashboard for the report, because I'm saying I didn't actually realise how Phil did yesterday. Phil's finished Wo Long, which is why he's playing Metroid today. So Phil finished Wo Long, that's a good day for him. He got $140 on the day stream, and they got $52 on the night stream. So $192 overall for Phil. So quite a strong, you know, week for him so far overall. He's got $912 so far from his week of performing. And he's got another 2 whole days of streaming to go. There's one more thing I want to fucking say before I, just I'm planning to let Meerkat's music, play, and you guys can enjoy Meerkat's music. But I am considering streaming on Saturday, but not on Friday. It would mean that I'm off streaming from 2 days in a row. Like, obviously, Phil's off on Thursday anyway, so there's no stream on Thursday. But I have something to do on Friday as well, kind of plans on Friday, so I'm just thinking I could stream on Saturday, which I don't usually stream on Saturdays these days, but I could also take Friday off and then come back on Saturday. So that's what I'm thinking I'm going to be doing. So a wee rare Saturday stream from me for a wee one off, and then probably back to normal the following week or something, who knows. But yeah, so yeah, just to let you know, guys, that I probably won't be streaming on Friday as well as a Thursday, obviously, because Phil's day off, but I'll be here probably Saturday if you guys want to enjoy some random Saturday bingo content. So yeah, on that being said, I think I will let you guys enjoy some Meerkat music while we just obviously wait for Phil to start the show properly. So yeah, guys, thank you very much for being here. I do hope you all will enjoy the show coming up. I'll do my best to be as entertaining and robust as possible, and let's try our best not to let Phil drive us all mental and crazy. And yeah, fingers crossed that we can get a good strong performance on the card today. It'd be nice to actually pick a wee winner. I want to reward one of you guys today, I mean, I do appreciate everyone being here and obviously supporting and just helping me keep me sane as well on the card, so it'd be nice to get a wee bingo victory and I can give one of you guys some money today, so fingers crossed we can get a full house for that. But for now, enjoy Meerkat's great wee music tunes.
Way more fun.
Here's the bottom line, and I'm tired of it now. No more excuses, all right? Because the bottom line is people are like, Phil's not engaged in his commentary, and Phil's commentary is boring, and that's why people don't want to watch the playthroughs of the streams. Bullshit. I'm loving this game. I'm voice acting. I'm engaged. I'm commentating on everything that's going on actively. Bullshit. I call massive bullshit on any idiot who says that about either the Watch Dogs 2, which I've been playing recently and really liking, or Pokemon. It's bullshit. I call complete and utter bullshit on anyone who's saying that I'm not engaged and I sound like I'm bored. I'm not. So I've had enough excuses. It just seems to me like people are fucking lazy and don't want to come out to the streams. I don't even know what else to say, you know?
Right now, for the next week, I'm literally strapped for cash. The only money I'll have is tips coming in on the streams. And that, by the way, I have to raise money to pay 2 big bills next week. All my utilities are due next week. So now in the next few days, I have to raise money to pay my utilities. And then, see what I mean? Like, this is how it is for me. Yet these shitheads out there want to fucking fuck with me behind the scenes, ruin all kinds of financial shit for me. Then on top of that, make stuff up to try to make me sound like a terrible person on the internet. To make money, I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay my taxes, pay my back taxes. I have to pay my mortgage, pay my internet bill. I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben bills, bitch. Pay Ben taxes. I have to pay Ben bills, bitch. Day to day, tips to tips, to pay bills and things. Eventually things will get better, but kind of stuck right now with how things are. That's why I'm trying to make money. I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben taxes. Bills. I have to pay Ben bills. I have to. If you want to sit here and you want to pretend like you're holier than thou, I'm better than those content creators, man. Because I have a job where I work 9 to 5 and I bust my ass at my job and I earn a paycheck, man. And then I come home. See, I'm not on the internet begging for money all day, man. See, I'm better than them, man. No, you're not any better. Everyone's the same. No one's better than anybody else. Get your ass out there and fucking work, bitch.
Oh, you're right. You will take the ban. You're absolutely right. You will take the ban. You'll take the ban hard right in your fucking ass. Get the fuck out. You're supposed to be someone I trust, and you're gonna be a dickhead and go behind my back and hurt me and insult me. Get the fuck out. You'll take the ban real hard right up the finger.
I'm just going to
Band.
Why am I toxic?
Band. Gone.
Bitch, fuck you and your mother. Fuck the trolls.
Bitch.
Fuck you I'm just going to ban.
Why am I toxic?
Ban. Gone.
Bitch, fuck you and your mother. I'm just going to fuck you and your mother. That's right. This is the United States of Phil. I am the supreme being. I make the rules. What I say goes. This is my land. A nice lean-in manual. Now, just because I can, I'll issue a lean-in manual ban.
Ban.
Why am I toxic?
Ban. Gone.
Bitch, fuck you and your mother. Fuck the trolls. Bitch. Now, just because I can, I'll issue a lean-in manual ban.
Ban.
As much as I want to fucking play off the rest of that song in full volume, sadly we've got to begin bingo. So, yeah, Phil's now going live as you can see here, okay? So, guys, as you know, tag me in chat in case I miss anything in the card. I don't try and miss things in the card, I just do sometimes because I am a stupid bastard. So, yeah. 25 out of 25 means a free space for you guys. Fingers crossed we win. Here we go. DSP Twitch.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Level 1 Podcast. How's everyone doing today? Welcome. Hold on as I straighten my leaderboard here. Welcome to the show, and welcome to an exciting new streaming day. Today is Tuesday, the 21st of March, 2023. Of course, I'm DSP, and today's exciting because we are doing something new, which is always exciting to be starting something new rather than continuing on with an insanely lengthy playthrough, etc. This is the first of many new things. Coming this week. This week is going to be a very exciting week here on DSP Gaming as well as over on my other channel, DSP Reacts. There's a lot going on in regards to new releases, special events, and all kinds of stuff, which I'm very excited for. I know that you guys are excited too. We already got our early visitor here to the show. Welcome, Jasper, who again is here today, and hopefully he doesn't claw me up like he did yesterday. That'd be very nice if you didn't claw me up today, Jasper, because that was very mean, and I know you didn't mean it, but yeah, my arm's going to take a while to heal because you got me so bad yesterday. In fact, someone made a YouTube short of it, but I haven't had a chance to really upload it or anything yet. I got it overnight. I woke up this morning, I watched it, I was like, well, that would be cool, but I haven't had a chance to do anything with it yet. Hey, get your paw down there. Don't you look at my bottle cap. He's looking at my bottle cap. So, guys, welcome to the show. How's everyone today? I hope you're doing well. I'm excited again, because today really feels like the beginning of new content. For those who were not around yesterday or have not caught up, yesterday was... He's doing it. Again, he's being a nut. Yesterday was the conclusion of Wolong Fallen Dynasty, which I'm very happy about that we got it done because, man, like I told you guys, I really didn't like that game, and it was causing quite a lot of stress for me, okay? Hold on one second. I just want to confirm that my window is open. I know I turned on my fan, but I might not have opened my window this morning. I just want to confirm that I did that. No, I didn't. Wow, there you go. That would explain. There we go. Because I was like, you know, usually I can hear some nice wildlife outside, especially now that today is the first day of spring. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. Happy spring to those of you who are in the northern hemisphere. Today is the first day of spring. To everyone in the southern hemisphere, is it fall? Is that how it works? It's the opposite. So happy autumn to all of you down there. But anyone who's up here with us, it's going to start getting a little bit warmer. And spring has sprung. There's going to see a lot of new plants growing, animals returning. We actually have been seeing a lot of creatures, you know, kind of come to the neighborhood in the last couple of weeks. Birds that we haven't seen in a while coming back. There's a certain kind of bird called the Steller's jay. It's a beautiful blue bird with a big crest on its head. And this like black and dark blue colors of the plumage. It's very unique. I never seen anything like it till I moved out here about 9 years ago. I was like, wow, that's unique. To him to find out it's actually pretty unique to this region of the country. And, you know, we're starting to see those kind of animals and stuff return to the area because the weather is going to start to get warmer. So, anyway, happy spring, everyone. I didn't have my window open. I just opened it, and now it's going to be cooler in here. So, I'm excited. You know, we finished up Wolong yesterday. Today, what I'd like to do is summarize my thoughts, much like how I just did a few days ago with Hogwarts Legacy. since it was a playthrough for the last couple of weeks, I'd like to summarize my thoughts on the game, let you know exactly what I thought about it now that I've completed it. A semi-review of sorts. You know, I'm not going to give it a number score or anything, but I want to let you know exactly, you know, my overall thoughts. And today we're moving on. Today we move on to something new, something you guys had asked me for a couple of weeks ago. I want to say it was almost a month ago at this point that Nintendo did a Nintendo Direct and a bunch of surprise announcements during that Nintendo Direct. And one of the big ones, the biggest announcements, was shadow dropping Metroid Prime Remastered on the Switch. There had been rumors that they were going to be remaking the game, but no one really knew exactly what it was going to be or when it was going to be. And then boom, out of nowhere, it released. So ever since, you know, that was announced about a month ago, a little under a month ago, people kept asking me, well, when are you going to do it? Are you going to do it? Because we want to see you play it again. For those who don't know, a little bit of history with me in the Metroid series. I played Metroid, the original, on NES back in the day when I was a kid. I actually played, I believe it was called Metroid Fusion, but I can't remember. It was a Game Boy Advance game, all right? And it was basically Metroid, but better. Like, they had improved it. The graphics were better. The music was better. There was new gameplay elements. And I can't remember exactly what it was called, but I really liked that one. And I played one more as well at some point in the middle. Surprisingly enough, I've never actually played through Super Metroid. And I know that's the one that a lot of people argue overall is the best one ever, and I've never played it. Well, I played it now because they added it to the Super Nintendo games on the Switch, and I think at one point when those were first added as part of Nintendo Online, I messed around with some games, and I did play some Super Metroid at that point, but I've never actually played the game. So, after that, what else did I do? Well, there was a game called Metroid, Other M, and we did that as a playthrough many, many years ago. A game that was made by, I believe, Team Ninja, wasn't it? Or at least it was similar to that style, and a lot of people criticized it, saying it wasn't true to the classic Metroid formula. I think it had some stuff that was true to it, and other stuff that they had stylized and changed to make it a more unique game. People were kind of torn on it. I liked it.
Guys, I cannot go 1.25 speed because that was live DSP. Now, I could go 1.25 right fucking now, but we would catch up to in about fucking 20-30 seconds or something, you know. This is the thing. The more I pause, the more I rant, the easier it is to get to 1.25 speed to fucking get on with things. Right now, Phil's not saying anything that's making me rant. He's put me to fucking sleep. And get the TARDIS. Fucking hell. Oh my, hey, fucking, I'm sure that wouldn't be an abuse of the TARDIS. Let's go fucking forward in time just to get to the end of this bingo when Phil's saying the N-word. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. So, yeah. We'll try and get through the schedule, okay? And then I usually try to go, usually by the time we get to the end of the schedule, I can get to 1.25 speeds.
Alright, and then a couple years ago, well, I guess we could say about a year and a half ago, I played Metroid Dread. Okay, Metroid Dread, which was the newer Metroid with new modern mechanics added in for the Switch, and I actually really loved Metroid Dread. I thought it was an outstanding game. So, do I have a history of Metroid? Yes. But what about Metroid Prime? Well, many, many years ago, almost a decade ago, alright, there was a Metroid Prime trilogy that was released. And I got it, and I played the first game, Metroid Prime. Now, if I remember correctly, wasn't Metroid Prime Trilogy a Wii game? I don't remember if I played it on my Wii or if I played it emulated. I think I played it emulated on the Wii U. You know what I mean? Like, you could get it for Wii, but then you play it on the Wii U through that digital console thing that was in it, I believe. So, I played it. And I can tell you this. Alright. I liked the game. I didn't like the version of the game. Alright, reason being, there was two issues that I had with the game. Number one, I felt that version did have input delay. Like, I felt like playing it, like, it was just a lot of problems. A lot of lag, almost, when I was trying to play it. And I thought that, man, it's an action-based game with platforming and everything. You need everything to be, like, right away reacting. And it felt like there was delay. I remember distinctly saying that there was delay. But number two, it had motion controls. And I'm sorry, but when you're playing a first-person action game, the last thing you want to be using is motion controls, especially because they're finicky, they're not precise, you know, and you're trying to do quick snap movements, aiming fast, and you're like, you know, it's tough. It was tough to play, I remember. I don't...
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, D-Dog. I'm going to read this out in as slow a manner as possible. So, thank you to D-Dog 1968 for the super chat, who says this just so we can pause. Ah, a dull moment. Let's remember where we were when this happened. Thank you very much, D-Dog, for the super chat. I tried to stall that as best as I fucking could. I did my best, pal. I'm not used to fucking talking like a fucking sloth, Jesus Christ. But yeah, there we go. Thank you very much for the super chat. And we're still doing 1.25 speed, so who knows? We might be able to fucking keep it at that, but we might catch up in no time. Who knows? But cheers for that. I appreciate it.
Trying to do quick snap movements, aiming fast, and you're like, you know, it's tough. It was tough to play. I remember I had a lot of problems with it, and I remember distinctly during that playthrough. All right, I remember I remember many people criticizing me. This is one of the times when I was playing a game and everyone was saying, you know, this is Phil sucking at a retro game, thinking that, you know, he should be good at it, but he never played this, and now he's playing it now and he's sucking at it, and the playthrough kind of stinks because he's not good at it, right? I don't know. I kind of feel like I liked the game. I really did, but I was upset. I remember raging a lot at the game because a lot of the times you had to do precise jumps and platforming, and I couldn't do it with the controls. The controls felt floaty and wonky and just not responsive to me. So it was kind of a mixed bag playthrough. Like, I remember being upset with the game at parts, either getting lost and not knowing where to go, or trying to do a challenge or a boss fight, and it was really just a pain in the ass to try to get through. Now, here's the thing. When I played this many, many years ago, I was a completely different kind of content creator. Did I live stream? Yes, I did. But I wasn't interactive. There was no face cam, and there was no discussion with the audience. It was essentially me sitting in a room, playing a game for myself, recording it, and broadcasting it, but acting like no one was there. All right? I don't know why I was so ignorant, stupid, and essentially, you know, resistant to seeing the benefit of a live audience.
I can tell you exactly why, because anytime fucking people told you to fucking do it, you'd fucking come up with the same fucking excuse. People want this experience. It's like they're fucking sitting with me playing the game. Phil fucking tried to fucking say that him pointing a camera at his fucking television doing on-demand content only was like you were sitting on the couch with him as he played the game for you. That was literally his logic as to why I fucking shouldn't do direct capture and shouldn't do fucking live streaming. Oh, if I was going to live stream, I'd have to interrupt it all the time. And with this, people are going to say this and people are going to say that. I'm going to pause the game and read this out, read that out. It's amazing how much things fucking change. And it's amazing how much, you know, money can influence what a person does on their streams, isn't it? That's exactly why Phil fucking used to fucking say what he used to fucking say. Then the fucking advertisement money all dried up and all of a sudden he fucking loves live streaming. Imagine that.
I feel like a game like this, especially with the size of it, the amount of stuff in it that you need to know and understand, you know, the amount of secrets that'll be around and stuff like that, I feel like with all of that, this is the kind of game that would be much, much better with an interactive audience, okay? And the fact that I was trying to play it cold turkey by myself with zero interaction or any kind of, you know, even semblance of social aspect to it, I feel like it missed out on a lot of opportunity for it to be a better playthrough. So it was like people remember watching me play Metroid Prime, a lot of people liked it, but criticized it and said, you know, there's a lot of rage and a lot of unnecessary issues. I agree, looking back at it now. You know, man, if things were different back then like they are today, I think it would have been a much better experience. So that's why I'm happy that now I'm playing Metroid Prime Remastered in 2023 on the Switch. First of all, I get to play it with the Nintendo Pro Controller.
Boring. Guys, I'm going to be right back in like a couple of minutes. So I'm going to let a bingo play, I'm going to let a thing play on, but you guys are my eyes and ears. If Phil does anything in the card, let me know when I come back. I won't be too long. But yeah, guys, it's 1.25 speed, and probably will be still for a while. So yeah, please listen out for anything happening for the card.
Alright, and thank God, because this controller, outside of the D-pad, this controller is great. The thumbsticks are responsive and good. The buttons, you know, look at all the shoulder buttons. It's like a classic controller. It's almost like the Xbox controller, honestly. My only concern is that the D-pad is faulty. On all Gen 1 Nintendo Switch Pro controllers, the D-pad is faulty. I bought this to try to play Street Fighter with, and it doesn't work. You try to do, like, moves, and you press left, it goes up. You press down, it goes right. It's like, what? So you can't even do special moves on the stupid thing. So I'm hoping, okay? I'm definitely hoping that this doesn't need to be used that much in the playthrough, okay? But outside of that, the controller's great. And without having to use any motion controls and being able to play it with, like, a dual thumbstick setup, I'm very excited to play it again, because I feel like it's going to be a better playthrough this time around than the first one when it comes to, you know, me controlling it and actually playing the game. Also, as you know, you guys are my interactive audience now, and every playthrough I do is fun and has social interaction. So I feel like this playthrough is going to be great, because now we're going to get to talk and chill while I play. You're going to help me out with finding secrets and stuff. It's going to be good. I've already played the game once. I don't need to basically do a cold turkey honest playthrough. I already did one. So if you guys want to help me through this playthrough, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Rather than it being, oh, well, Phil Art never played it, so just shut up and let him figure it all out. No, I already played it. All right? So I'd much rather have a better playthrough this time with your help, okay? Now, I'm definitely excited to play this, okay? But I'm well aware that we have other things right around the corner that you guys are probably way more excited for. In fact, if you would like evidence of that, last night I posted up a poll, both on the community tab of DSP Gaming here on YouTube, as well as on my Twitter account at TheyCallMeDSP. And here's what the poll said. Of the 3 big things that are coming up on my channels this week, which are you most excited for? Okay? And there were 3 options. Option number 1 was the Metroid Prime playthrough.
Shut up with your fucking options. I am back. Did I miss anything on the card? You beautiful people, thank you very much for paying attention while I had to go fucking disappear there for a second. Anything happening in the card? Any more snorts to add? Any burps? Phil said chill. Okay, I can tick off chill. Fantastic. Phil said chill. We'll tick that bastard off. I didn't miss anything apart from chill. But no more snorts, no burps, just the word chill. Fantastic. Thank you very much, guys. I do appreciate it. I'm here again, so it shouldn't happen again, hopefully. DJ Dino says he completed a card. No worries, trust me, bro. I'm sure we can trust him. DJ Dino seems a respectable person. I'm sure he wouldn't lie and deceive us.
Option number 2 was the Resident Evil 4 remake playthrough. And option number 3 was the Wings documentary react event, which we're doing this coming Sunday all day long. Okay? So, those are the 3 options. First, let's go to my Twitter, which I almost never use on this PC. It's open, but I never like go to it. So, here we are. So on Twitter, overnight, in 12 hours, this poll's been running. 376 votes, excuse me, 376 votes. All right? In third place, with only 10.1% of the vote, is the Metroid Prime playthrough. In second place, with 35.9% of the vote, was the Wings documentary react. And then, by far the leader, in first place with 54% of the vote, the Resident Evil 4 remake playthrough. Okay? Now, to compare that, the YouTube poll, which has also been live for 12 hours, all right? And this one is pasted on DSP Gaming. I get way more of a response here than I do on Twitter, okay? 724 people voted. So over 1,000 people total voted on this poll, just in different various places. Metroid Prime on YouTube got 12% of the vote. The Wings documentary got 23% of the vote. And then Resident Evil 4 Remake with 65% of the vote. So just being as honest as possible, and honestly, I kind of expected this result. I figured you guys were going to care way more about Resident Evil 4 right now than anything else. Number 1, Resident Evil 4 is survival horror. You guys have very clearly expressed to me that survival horror are one of the favorite genres of games you like to see me play. That not only is it exciting, it's fun, it's suspenseful, there's jump scares. I don't really scare that easy to survival horror games. A lot of people like experience survival horror through me because they said, hey, playing the games by ourselves is kind of scary. When we watch you play, it's fun, you see? And a lot of people argue Resident Evil 4 is the best survival horror game of all time. Now, I just played Resident Evil 4 in January of 2022, but I played the original. This time around, we're playing the remake on Friday. That's going to be very exciting. And yes, that's a playthrough that'll probably take about a week to 2 weeks to finish, depending, because I'm going to be balancing it with Metroid. So that's exciting. And obviously, yeah, I'm pumped for that. And I hope that it'll be a good playthrough coming up starting this Friday. Now, in addition to that, on Sunday, all day long, we're doing the react to the next Wings of Redemption documentary. If you're not aware, I reacted last year to the original Wings of Redemption documentary, which was his Down the Rabbit Hole video from Frederick Knudsen, okay? And that was really my first major react event, and quite frankly, it went really well. And what I mean by that is people for the first time kind of saw that with my reacts are a little different because I have a unique frame of reference, a unique perspective to bring into situations like that. Instead of just watching the Wings of Redemption doc and crapping on the guy the entire time, which is what most people do, they just make fun of him, I approached it from a very analytical perspective. Having been through a lot of embarrassing moments and horrible times on YouTube myself as a content creator, I was able to kind of understand and empathize with a lot of the stuff that the guy had gone through over the years. Yeah, he made mistakes, but that doesn't make him the worst heinous villain on the internet either. A lot of people have manipulated the guy over the years to do horrible things and or to make him look worse. And that's kind of messed up, right? So a lot of people really liked that react. And so I'm excited that this Sunday, basically this is the sequel to my most popular react event ever. It is. This is me reacting to the continual fall of Wings of Redemption, the sequel documentary made by June the King last year. Now, this follows up on the last documentary. Remember, at the very end of the last documentary we watched, Wings of Redemption was lined up to get surgery that was supposed to aid him in losing weight, and that was supposed to be like a major turning point in his life. And the question was, would it happen? Would it work? What would happen from there? Would his life actually get better and turn around? And it's been years since then, okay? So this follow-up is now going to be me, continuing on with the story. And it's going to be all day long on Sunday. I mean, the documentary is 2 hours long. So for me to react to it, it's probably going to take 4 or 5 hours. You know, it took 5 hours for me to react to the Pro Jared documentary, and that was only an hour and a half long. You see? So this should be interesting. We're gonna have a good time with it this coming Sunday. I hope you'll join me for it all day long. But that'll be over on my DSP Reacts channel. Okay? Hope you'll check out that youtube.com/@DSP Reacts. That's how you get to it. Okay? So we've got a hot new playthrough coming out on Friday. We got a really awesome React event coming on Sunday. So I understand with all this all within 1 week. Okay? Seriously, all within 1 week. We're talking big high-profile stuff, and that's cool because I feel like there's been a while. I mean, really, realistically, in this year, how many big high-profile things have happened? Maybe you could argue Dead Space Remake, and maybe you could argue when Hogwarts released. And that's about it. There really hasn't been that much else going on. It's been kind of a very slow year. The polar opposite of last year. If you remember last year, there was a ton of new games coming out in a very short period of time that were all very high-profile, you know, kind of topped by Elden Ring. But you had other games like Horizon and Dying Light 2, and, you know, there was maybe 7 or 8 releases within a 2-month window that all just exploded, and everyone was in gaming heaven. And this year, very much so, that has not happened. It's been a very slow drip kind of release schedule. And it looks like it's going to continue. Like, April, honestly, doesn't look like a very good gaming month, okay? So, I guess we're going to see what happens. But I'm excited for this week. I feel like this week is one of the biggest, most hyped weeks of content I've put out in a very long time. And I'm very happy to be moving into said content with little to no issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is good. No nonsense.
Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Barrett Wells for a super chat. It says, motherfucker, that was a backlog of pandemic releases. Yeah, the fucking pandemic halted games getting released for a whole long fucking time, you know? The whole world is shut down essentially, and we got back to normal eventually. And a whole bunch of games came out at once essentially, and because of that, so yeah. Phil, as I'm saying though, Phil is like oblivious. Real world problems do not enter into Phil. Phil's like, oh, we were in gaming heaven last year. We were in gaming heaven because all these games came out at once. He doesn't think why. In fact, I think he bitched and whined and moaned about all the games coming out at the same fucking time, oblivious to the fact that it fucking got held up because of, you know, the pandemic, for fuck's sake. Yeah, so yeah. Same old DSP, fucking oblivious to the whole world around him because he's like, you know, in his own little fucking world. He is a centre of his own fucking universe. Some things will never change.
Said content with little to no issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is good. No nonsense. We got through the nonsense of the last week. We can head forward positively and just focus solely on the new games and new content that I'm putting out, and don't have to worry about any other crap. Okay? So there you go. I hope that sounds good to you. It certainly sounds good to me. Now, you may say, well, man, Metroid Prime doesn't seem like it's getting much hype. Well, here's the thing. Metroid Prime, number 1. It's an old game. I've already played it. All right? It's a Nintendo game. I hate to say, I like Nintendo stuff, but it seems like a lot of the times when I play Nintendo stuff, it doesn't get as much attention. Don't ask me why. Maybe it's because I've been so critical of Nintendo over the years, not to say that I don't like Nintendo. I absolutely do. Especially the first party stuff. I think it's some of the best stuff they put out. It's always a polished, very fun, very high quality experience. But because I've been critical of Nintendo, for example, an entire console generation that failed and Nintendo stayed afloat by selling little figurines to their fan base rather than making good games, I think that's ridiculous. And I was so critical of these amiibos at the time, and a lot of people say, oh, Phil's just a Nintendo hater. They don't want to watch Phil play Nintendo anymore. Why? Because I'm honest? Yeah. I mean, honestly, that's what happened. Listen, I like Nintendo games in my playthroughs. I usually praise the games. So why on earth do people think that I'm a Nintendo hater, except for the fact that they just can't pull, or they can't take off their rose-colored glasses when it comes to Nintendo nostalgia and Nintendo fanboyism. I hate to say that. And, it's kind of sad in that regard, because I feel like back in the day when I played Nintendo games, they'd actually get a lot more attention, and today they just don't. Like, people just don't really care about me playing Nintendo stuff anymore. It's sad, because I like Nintendo, so, you know, I play Metroid Prime Remastered. You guys wanted this, by the way, if you remember. When they announced it, what was it, 3 weeks ago to a month ago? People were like, wow, that's awesome, are you going to play it? I'm like, well, I'm interested, but I can't just drop everything I'm doing. I'm in the middle of all these other games, right? Let's finish up all these other games, and then we can do it. So what happened is I finished Hogwarts, I finished Wolong, all the other lingering games I've done it.
Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Barrett Wells for super chat and says, Phil doesn't hate Nintendo, he hates the Japanese. Controversial take, but it's hard to disagree. I mean, Phil wants to fucking say he's correct. No, it's an opinion. Phil's like saying I'm honest and I was right, and people hate me because I was fucking being honest. When having an opinion is one fucking thing, but don't just fucking say you're correct about the fucking thing. It's just his bizarre animosity towards Nintendo is just like, did they take a lot of money from him or something? Is this why? I mean, surely it's not just a fucking fact that they're an Asian company. It cannot be that simple that it's an Asian country and he's bitching and whining because of that. Ah, Jesus. Chris Danks is saying, didn't he chuck his Wii U in the bin? Yes, he did. He then picked out the bin once the video stopped recording. But yes, on video, Phil dumped his Wii in the bin.
Up all these other games, and then we can do it. So what happened is I finished Hogwarts, I finished Wolong, all the other lingering games are done, and now we have opportunity to play it. I certainly hope that some of you will check it out, give it a chance, and watch the playthrough over the next few weeks. And not just dismiss it because it's an older game, because it's a Nintendo game. I'm not going to hate on it. And I'm not going to hate on Nintendo games because it's a Nintendo game. It's ridiculous. It's people misrepresenting things that I've said. I don't hate on Nintendo stuff at all. In fact, the contrary, I really like Nintendo games, you know? Excuse me. So I'm excited to start Metroid Prime today. But I know it's not for everyone. I'm not expecting to be getting sky-high attendance numbers on Metroid Prime. What I'm hoping is that we can have a good group of people who enjoy Nintendo, who maybe enjoyed my first playthrough but want to see me do better, who maybe want to interact and chill and have fun when I'm playing it, because I feel like that's the kind of playthrough this is going to be. This is not going to be a first-time run where I'm completely cold turkey going through it or whatever. You know, it's definitely going to be one of those social interaction style games where you talk and you help me out and we have a good time together in that kind of an experience, all right? And, oh, we were spoiling the game. I already played it. I already played the game. You can't spoil a game I've already played, you see? So, let's see what happens, all right? Let's see what happens. I hope it's good, and I hope that you guys will join me for the ride. Keep in mind, no, this is not the game I'm playing every single day. I am playing it 2 days right now, but then starting Friday, it's Resident Evil 4 Remake, and in fact, I probably won't even be playing Metroid Prime again until like Tuesday of next week. I'm serious. We're going to go through the schedule right now, and you're going to see, after these 2 days of playing it, I'm going to be so busy with all the other projects that I'm not going to be able to really touch it again for a little bit, which is good, actually, because I'd rather have that variety rather than just playing it too much and then people get burned out already right away, okay? So, let's do it. Let's go through the schedule. Then what I'd like to do is give you my final thoughts on Wolong now that I've beaten it, okay? We only have like one news story today to go through, so not too much, and then we'll do our usual shout-outs and go from there. And by the way, I do see that we've got a significant amount of contributions already, and I appreciate that very much. Thanks to those who did. Please keep in mind that that segment is coming near the end of the podcast. I like getting through all the other busy work first, so that way by the time we get to that segment, I'm already, you know, pretty much done at that point. You see, but we got to all the other important stuff, all right? Okay. Let's do it. So, schedule time. After today's Level 1 podcast, it's the premiere of Metroid Prime Remastered. I'm excited for this, obviously. Again, I'm happy to get a second run in the game. I'm very well aware that my first run was rage-filled, and a lot of people said it was a bad representation of the game. I just didn't like the motion controls, and I felt that they were delayed and floaty and wonky. I'm happy to play it with a real controller this time, and how much you want to bet I'm going to like the game way more with a real controller. I seriously feel like I'm just going to like it much better, okay? I've been wearing my King of Retro shirt today, which I haven't worn in so many, you know, months. This actually, if you're not aware, this shirt was from my 10th anniversary line of product when I used to sell t-shirts and stuff. I mean, this was a long time ago. But yeah, it's 5 years old.
Fuck me, man. I was waiting for it to fucking finish. I was expecting to fucking stand up and just fucking demonstrate the shirt, but he just fucking he sat up straighter. He sat up straighter, tried to stretch himself up to the camera rather than just stand up properly to demonstrate the fucking thing. But yeah, Phil gave a thumbs up. That's our first bingo of the game. What a weird fucking guy. Like, this is him like showing off a shirt. Like, go. I will full screen for you guys, so you can see it, like so.
Okay. I've been wearing my King of Retro shirt today.
So rather than stand up and show it off, he's like, I'm just going to lean to the side, kind of, and still obscure the goddamn thing because you can't see it properly. Let me stretch it out a bit as well, didn't we? And it's not really fucking helping, Phil.
Which I haven't worn in so many, you know, months. This actually, if you're not aware, this shirt was from my 10th anniversary line of product when I used to sell.
Giant fucking who cares. Anyway, we got one bingo down, and the whole top row is missing, but aside from that, this is a very strong game so far.
T-shirts and stuff. I mean, this was a long time ago. But yeah, it's 5 years old. Can you believe that this is a 5-year-old shirt, right? It's like, damn, time flies. But I haven't worn this in a very long time. So I figured I'd wear it today since we're playing a retro game, right? Might make sense. So, anyway, so that's the first stream. Now, later tonight on the late stream, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, it is Like a Dragon Ishin. It is a chill stream, 2 hours of progress. I believe at this point, we're in like chapter 9, and the game only has 13 chapters, but typically with those older Yakuza-style games, the later chapters are much, much longer. So I feel like even though it seems like we're turboing towards the end of the game, I don't think we are. I think what's going to end up happening is that we're going to basically hit chapters that are going to be like way long with a lot of story elements and things like that coming up. And I'm really enjoying that playthrough. We have a lot of interactive fun and talking and hanging out when I'm playing that one. So I hope that you guys are going to join me tonight for that, okay? All right, tomorrow, Wednesday, is my final consecutive streaming day of the week. Yes, I am here tomorrow. Starting this week, my day off is shifting from Wednesdays to Thursdays for the foreseeable future. That may or may not change again, but for now, that's what we're going with. It's based on my wife's schedule. So tomorrow, I'm here, more Metroid Prime Remastered on the first stream. And then tomorrow night, it is Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion continuing on. I'm excited because last night, we actually made great progress. We did the entire arena quest line in the Imperial City. Now we have many more quests to do in the Imperial City that I'll be checking out. So I hope you'll join me tomorrow night for that, for some chill, interactive fun yet again on a nice late night stream, okay? All right, so I will not be here on Thursday. That's my day off, okay? I hope you have a good day. If you watch any content here or on DSP Reacts, my sister channel, I certainly hope that you would like the content with giving it likes and leaving comments. That engagement helps the channels immensely. Perhaps consider a super thanks on a video that's eligible, because a lot of them get claimed and they're not. Or maybe a tip if you look at the description of any video here on DSP Gaming for the last, year, or any video over on DSP Reacts. They all have the link that you can leave a tip if you'd like to crowdfund the efforts to keep this going, okay? So, thanks. And then when I come back on Friday, that's the big day. That's what you guys are all waiting for. It's Resident Evil 4 Remake releasing, and I think, we've been talking about this the last couple of days, okay? I think I'm going to get it on PlayStation 5. Allow me to explain my reasoning, okay? Number one, I'm hearing that Digital Foundry has said that there's control issues on the Xbox. Now, I don't know how porting the game from one console to another can cause control issues, but I'm not saying that they're wrong. I'm just saying that's weird. If it's the same game, why are you telling me that just because you're playing it on one console that the controller going to have issues and not on the other, right? That's just so weird to me. And that's a dumb thing. Like, if you had told me, oh, they tested it and they found out the graphics are inferior one or the other, I'd be like, that makes sense. But when you say the controls are different and not as good on one, I'm like, what? Like, that's like game development 101, the controls. And that's weird to me. So, if that really is the case, all right, I think I'm going to get it on PS5. And let's be honest here, here's another factor. I haven't played a PS5 game in a long time. Can you even remember the last game I played on PlayStation? I mean, for me, it was Capcom Classics Collection, right? But outside of that, what was the last playthrough that I actually did on PlayStation? Can anyone even remember? It's been a very long time, because everything I've been playing has been cross-platform. And I prefer to play it on Xbox because I really like this controller, right? And, all my achievements in one place. If it's a Game Pass game, I get credit on Game Pass as well. All that stuff. Yeah, I think so. Average at best says, was it God of War Ragnarok? You're probably right. I think it was. I think that was the last actual major playthrough that I did over on PlayStation 5. That's it. So, yeah, so I think for Resident Evil 5 Remake, I will get it on PS5. Unless anyone has an objection. If anyone has an objection to the reason why, please, don't forever hold your peace. Speak now. I want to know why I shouldn't play this on PlayStation 5 before I buy it. Because I'm buying it either today or tomorrow to preload it for Friday. So I'd definitely like to know. All right? Please share your thoughts. Japanese games are always developed on PS5. I always go with them if it's a game for Japan, says Des Super. So there you go. Resident Evil 5 Remake starting on Friday on PlayStation 5. I'm playing it all day long. Yes. Shug says, Xbox version has large dead zones on the controller. PS5 has a blurrier image. Controls seem to be more of an issue. I would say so. And the thing is, when you say PS5 has a blurrier image, here's the thing. How much you want to bet? That's on, like, the highest resolutions. That's probably on, like, oh, if you're playing in 4K, right? I don't play in 4K. I play 1080p, right? I'm doing, like, the industry standard of video right now. And I don't go any crazier above it. So I don't really think visuals like that are going to be an issue, right? So there you go. All right, so yes, Friday all day long, both my first and second streams will be Resident Evil 4 Remake, okay, here on DSP Gaming. Then on Saturday, we're splitting the streams. The first stream is going to be DSP versus the Internet, my weekly React clip show over on DSP Reacts, and the late stream will be more Resident Evil 4 Remake here on DSP Gaming. And then on Sunday, all day long is the Big Wings documentary React event, and that's over on DSP Reacts. And then on Monday, we jump back in. It'll be more Resident Evil 4 Remake paired with Like a Dragon Ishin. And then finally, Tuesday of next week, as I was saying, that's when we're going to do the next stream of Metroid Prime Remaster. And what we're going to do is we're going to alternate the day streams between Resident Evil 4 and Metroid, and the night streams between Like a Dragon Ishin and Oblivion. Okay? That's the goal. That's what I'm aiming for the next couple of weeks heading into the end of March and into early April. Now, also keep in mind, there's some other special things happening. Coming up on March 31st, the final day of March, it's a Friday. That is actually going to be the next episode of Ask the King, which is my bi-monthly Q&A show. This is where you guys ask me questions, and I sit down for an entire stream and answer them live, whether it's questions posted up on my forums on dspgaming.com, whether it's questions that the members of DSP Gaming and DSP Reacts have posted up in their members-only threads, whether it's questions from my Twitter, or sometimes even taken live right here out of the chat. It's a big show. It's a legacy show. It's the longest running show I have on the internet. All my other older shows, essentially over the years, got retired, like Channel Update or The Week in Preview. Even DSP tries it. I mean, every once in a while I bring it back, but it's not a consistent show. Ask the King is literally the only consistent show left over from my origins as a content creator. So, people want to see it continue. Even though you could argue, man, don't you answer questions every day? I mean, yeah, I do. But this show is dedicated to long-form answers, which a lot of people like the fact that I sit here and I'll answer a question at length rather than just kind of gloss over it when I'm playing the game and rush on to the next thing. So, that's coming up the last day of the month. If you haven't yet, post up your questions, type !Ask the King into the stream chat. A link will pop up, take you to the forums. If you're not watching this live, you can just go right to dspgaming.com and there's forums there for Ask the King.
So, Phil said update, which is another bingo diagonal line from top left to bottom right. So, it's another one for the bingo card, you know, got another reason to sound the horns. And, yeah, I guess we got that to look forward to next fucking Friday.
In addition to that, if you're a member, again, you have a thread already right here on the community tab of DSP Gaming, and if you're a member of DSP React, you have a thread over there. Most of the questions for this show are taken from members. The last few times I've done this show, I'd argue 80% of the questions were member-only questions, okay? So please consider becoming a member today, and if you do, exercise your right to get that question answered on the show. Fair enough? There you go. Okay, so that's coming up, and then in addition to that, the first week of April, we got my birthday celebration. So my birthday is April 6th. However, if we are adhering to this new schedule, and if Thursdays remain my day off, that means I'll actually be off on my birthday. So likely, we will do a belated birthday bash on April 7th when I come back from break, right? I'll probably do a full week of streaming, have my day off on the Thursday the 6th, and then come back on Friday the 7th, and that's when we're going to do a marathon special event to celebrate my birthday. That's correct, my 63rd birthday, Jay. Correct. Very, very dead on right there. Anyway, so what will we do during the event? Well, we've already come up with some ideas. One idea is that for the first time ever live, I'm going to check out Tier Maker. All right, now, I've never used it before. Last night, I logged into their site to check it out, and it seems pretty cool. Basically, people have already set up templates for a lot of the most popular things. For example, most popular horror movie franchises, most popular horror games, fast food rankings, things like that. So what we can do is that week building up to my birthday, we will do some polling and some things to try to figure out what Tier Maker stuff would you like to do live on my birthday, and we'll do that over the course of the day. We'll maybe start off with one and then break it up, and maybe later on in the day we'll do another. It looks like it's going to be pretty fun, because the way you do it is live. You could just like screen capture the browser and move. You could do your ranking right there in front of everyone. So I'll be over here like in the corner, right? Like just like when I'm playing a game. All right, I'm over here. So just like when I'm playing a game, I'm over here. Only behind it won't be the game, it'll be the Tier Maker. And we'll be able to mess around with the Tier Maker and rank all these things together. And I'm sure we're going to argue and everything, right? We're going to argue back and forth about what's good, what's bad. And you guys are probably going to try to convince me otherwise of what's good and what's bad, right? And I think it'll be fun. Again, we've never done anything like that before. So that'll be a neat interactive thing to do. Another thing is people are saying they would really like another fantasy battle royale. Now, the last one I did was middle of February, and that was for Super Bowl celebration that I did. So now people are like, well, can you do another one? You know, and this time just kind of be, rather than Super Bowl theme, just do kind of random silliness and fun for your birthday. Like, yeah, we could do that. We could do that. So I'll probably do a fantasy match. Now, those last about 45 minutes, all right? So that's about an hour of content. You figure between Tier Maker and that, you already got maybe 2-3 hours of content. But now the question is, what else are we going to do? Well, I'm going to have a piece of birthday cake. My wife is going to make me a birthday cake the day before that I'll have a piece of. So we got that. And then, you know, I'll probably order food. We'll probably have a Feasting with the King episode as well, where food comes in and we all eat together. And it's funny because people have said, let's rename that. Let's call it like Feasting with Phil. What was the other one yesterday? I like Feasting with Phil or Phil's Feast. There was another one too that someone had. And I'm trying to remember exactly what it was. It was a good suggestion. I need to write these down.
The Tasteful Truth.
Because I liked a few of your suggestions. I think maybe we should start rebranding various different things. Someone made the suggestion yesterday, when Ask the King hits 100 episodes, that's when you end the series officially and you rebrand it. Like, you keep doing it, but rebrand the show as a new show with a new name. Sounds like an interesting idea. Here we go. Dining with DSP, The Tasteful Truth, or Feasting with Phil. Those are all great. Those are seriously all really good names. We got to figure out which one. I like those. I like all of those. Dining with DSP, The Tasteful Truth. That's nice, because that's
Money,
just
money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to QuasarX for Super Chat. He says, Cat is burning down that house trying to bake a cake. I mean, she's burnt every single other fucking meal for a fucking year, so it's quite possible, yeah, that could fucking happen. But, Jesus fucking Christ. Now, apparently she's great at fucking baking. Baking's like the one good thing she can do, apparently. And even then, sometimes. But, yeah, fuck me, man. I was trying to hold myself back on saying too much about the fucking tier maker thing, but it's incredible to me that Phil Burnell, who's been a YouTuber for 15 years, who has a fucking massive amount of content on his fucking channel, he's played so many different fucking games, so many different fucking gameplays, gameplay for us, and all this apparently meaningful content he's created over the fucking years that has fucking cultivated over 200,000 YouTube subscribers and a fucking plethora, a silent majority of huge DSP fans who stay silent. He can't do some sort of tier list for his best ever playthroughs? Is there no demand from the DSP masses of asses to have some sort of tier list ranking Phil's best ever game playthroughs? I guess not. There you fucking go. That would involve Phil being actually fucking putting effort into it. Phil wants to fucking borrow someone else's template, essentially. The work is all done for him. He needs to fucking load the template up and just ask his audience, alright guys, where should we put this thing? Where should we put that thing? Lazy bastard. Such a lazy fucking bastard, man. But then again, I'm really surprised as DSP.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Barrett Wells for Super Chat. He says, I used to think that he kept a frozen cake in the freezer for his birthday. But then the pick of cat came out and I knew cake wouldn't last in that house. Yeah, I knew cake wouldn't last in that house. That's a good fucking point, yeah. That's a bit mean, but at the same time, you're probably fucking right, yeah. No fucking morsel of food is fucking safe in that household as long as cats roaming the fucking halls. Jesus, man. I still can't believe fucking, like, I checked it before, that they were fucking day, but I'll do it again because why the fuck not? Phil eating food on his streams looks so fucking weird. Like, I typed in DSP fucking, hold on. I typed in the wrong thing. I should probably better off just typing fucking DSP cake. There you go. The fucking angry bites. The most angriest eater of all fucking time. Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, let's go to a different frame. Let's just go forward some more where some more cake's been ate. Oh, he's hiding the mic. He's using the microphone to hide himself.
That was your favorite part because you weren't here for the rest of it.
Well, shit. Oh, wait, hold on. Might get to see after all. The skill, the pronounced skill. As he shovels that shit into his fucking gub. Let's go back to the very first bite, where he's got his arms wobbling, holding the plate to the fucking camera. No, let's get a proper plate wobble. Let's get a proper plate wobble now.
Semi-sweet morsels in the cake.
Wobble.
With a peanut butter frosting.
Wobble.
And peanut butter cups on top.
Wobble.
All handmade by my wife.
Wobble.
Nothing, no mixed store-bought.
Wobble.
The frosting's not store-bought. She made it all.
Wobble.
By hand. It's also the biggest piece probably I've ever eaten. I'm probably not finishing this. It's
bullshit.
Insanely huge. All right.
Right, let's watch this proper first devouring bite.
Here is to 40 years on this planet.
Fuck me, man. 40 years too much.
Some of which were good.
Oh, hold on. So, he's staring dead down into the camera. I think he's going to devour your very soul. Oh, hold on. What was that fucking face right here? It's fucking bit. That was a fucking YouTube fucking thumbnail face you fucking done.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Shout out to Luna Guardian. Thank you very much, Luna Guardian, for super chat. He says the balloons are depressed. I mean, they're doing their best, you know what I mean? That was their depression. They tried their best to be all fucking enthusiastic and, blow up for Phil, but that was their depression. But, Jesus Christ, man, Phil, though, the most angriest of fucking bites, man. But then he does this kind of weird face, like, afterwards, he's got his mouth and he's got his food in his mouth. And he's, like, staring dead into the camera, and it's like, the eyes. This fucking face. What in the fuck is wrong with him? This face, right fucking here. Hold on. I don't need a thumbnail, but at the same time, I'm taking a picture of this shit. Might not work too well because it might actually blend into too much with the fucking background. But hold on, I do have the website prepared. I do like that I had the website prepared. So how will it do with Phil's old shitty ass webcam? It worked it quite well actually. It's not bad. You even got a fucking fork. The fork is still held its fucking integrity, and it's got a fucking bit of cake left in it, little cake residue. Jesus Christ, man, this fucking face. The thing is, I got plenty of things in reserve for like the fucking thumbnails as well. I had to replace. I mean, I wasn't going to do a Street Fighter thumbnail with Jasper Kitty, fucking Kung Fu Kitty not putting against Phil, but I just that was a fucking last minute change from me, making it all like Street Fighter inspired or whatever. Phil with a KO, Jasper fucking unleashed a fucking super turbo combo on him with a back cross. Steve says put it at a 45-degree angle in the bottom left. I mean, I do have a wee template, as I said, for my thumbnails for Bingo. Like this kind of wee website here. Hold on. This wee website I use here. So this was like the last thumbnail I made. This is the one for this current Bingo actually, with fucking Phil getting Kung Fu Kitty to fuck out of him, So let me just remove that and remove that as well. There's fucking wee extra bits of fucking effort I made for one fucking thing. Usually it's just a fucking picture, but it's me fucking looking for wee other things to fucking include. But hold on, so if I go to this weird ass fucking face here, copy that image and put that bad boy in here. And Steve is saying what, he wants it at a fucking 45-degree angle. You want me to fucking like go like this or something? Or even 90, should I go a full 90? And just kinda have it like that. I don't know. You want it there away? Hold on. Shizzle? How's that? It covers up the fucking card, the B almost. Make it a bit smaller. You think it's funny if he's poking at the corner? Like that. Jesus, actually not bad. Hold on, let me make it a bit bigger again. Just those wee fucking face poking at the corner. Here we fucking go. Oh, I guess I know what card I'm using tomorrow. Hold on, I just fucking sound there. There you go. The 22nd of March. I'll fucking have that for later on. Fantastic. Great stuff. Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway, I think that killed some time. Hopefully we can stay at 1.25 speed for a lot longer.
Those are seriously all really good names. We gotta figure out which one. I like those. I like all of those. Dining with DSP, the feast for the tasteful truth. That's nice, because that's a take on my old thing, but only it's much better. It takes out the negativity, right? Okay, thank you. So here's the thing: this coming Sunday, right? I'm probably gonna order food for the Rings of Redemption documentary. So if I'm gonna do that, we might actually do it. What should we call it?
Hold on a second. I just remembered. Speaking of like weird fucking faces, like give me a second, guys. Give me a second, because I had another weird face that I fucking pulled up earlier on. And I went and made it earlier on today, this morning, sent it to Raven, and I put it in that being said as well. But there's also this face. I can make Phil be a wee bit over there and squeeze this Phil in here. When two Phils just giving you a strange ass look. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm still on the bingo screen, I'm sorry. There we fucking go. What a robust card that is, the many faces of DSP. Jesus Christ, look at that, there we go. There's a look to the future. Put it in the other corner. Like, you can fill in the other corner, like fucking Shazam, then boom. Hold on, I might fill a bit bigger this one. I might be too big. I don't want to fucking take over the whole show. There we go. Fill in that corner, and then you got this fucking creepy ass wee weirdo fucking poking up from this corner. There we go. Make this a wee bit bigger as well. There we fucking go. There you go. Future thumbnail confirmed, I guess. Fuck's sake. Okay. No more.
Should we call it the Tasteful Truth? Should we call it Feasting with Phil? We gotta figure this out for Sunday, okay? And we can start calling that. Anyway, so we'll probably do that during the event as well, the birthday event. So just think about this. There's gonna be all these segments. Oh, by the way, I already kind of told you guys that I would do this, and I'll probably do this for the birthday event only. Not every day. I'm only gonna do this for special events. If a big contribution comes in, I will take a shot of that new gin that the Dutch brothers just sent me in a care package. Remember? It's a like Norwegian gin, and it's actually really strong. It's even stronger than the whale tail gin that I had had.
It's not called whale tail gin. You Jesus fucking buffoon. So my. Has anyone checked out the new gin? Do we know what the new gin's called? Do we know anything about the new gin the Dutch brothers gave him? Like, has he revealed the name of the new gin bottle that fucking Dutch brothers gave him? It's a $25 bottle, it's a $25 or $30 bottle of gin. And he's charging his audience $100 per shot. Per shot. For him to drink it on stream. Fuck me, man. Fuck me, man. Jesus Christ, man. By the way, Phil used to be an alcoholic, apparently. Bull fucking shit, man. It's such a fucking lying piece of shit, man.
Previously, I'm like, okay, we'll do that. But I don't want, if I get sloshed, how am I going to do the stream? But, we did this during the Super Bowl event, and I retained my, well, not that I retained my sobriety, because I was definitely buzzed, but at least I was able to keep the show going, right? So, I'd be down for that again, since it's my birthday event, but only because it's my birthday event. That's why we would do it, not because it's, because we're going to do it all the time. We're not. We're definitely not going to do it all the time. Okay? So, that's what I'm thinking. Like, maybe we'll have an introductory segment. Maybe I can give you, like, talk about various birthday things that I've done over the years. And ways I used to celebrate my birthday when I was a kid growing up and stuff like that. And then we could do a tier maker segment, right? And then we could do other stuff. We still have to figure out a little bit more. I feel like we're getting there. Like, so now we'll have a segment about reminiscing about my birthday. I'll probably be taking some shots during the stream. We'll do some tier maker segments. We're going to do a feasting with the king. Of course, we'll call something different. And we're going to do the fantasy battle royale. All that's great, but I feel like we're almost there. Like, that's close to a complete event. But maybe we need to just figure out just a couple more things, right? Something we could do. People have been asking me to react to some videos, long form. But we're not talking 2-hour-long documentaries. But some people have been sending me like 20, 30-minute videos. And I'm like, I can't react to those on DSP versus the internet. How could I do that? It's too lengthy, and it's supposed to be a clip show that I do once a week that we watch a bunch of clips. If I'm watching a 30-minute video, that's a sixth of the show. I can't do that. That's too much. But maybe we could actually figure out some interesting videos and topics for me to watch and react to during my birthday event. I'd be down for that. If you guys could think of some things maybe you want to see me do specifically on that day as a special event for my birthday, maybe we could do it then. Because then it'll be out of the confines of the format of the weekly clip show, right? Show childhood pictures on my birthday? I don't have childhood pictures of me. My parents have them all. My parents have...
You didn't take any... You didn't request to take some with... What? Wow. It's like he was created at a fucking... like in a fucking test tube or something. So, his mummy and daddy has all his childhood pictures. When he fucking left Connecticut, he didn't fucking request to take any with him or whatever. Does he have any pictures of his fucking family with him? Or is that shit all left behind? Did you just leave that fucking in the Connecticut fucking condo to gather dust? I'm only going to take things that are important to me and leaves behind precious family memories.
I have all the photo albums and everything. So maybe one day I'll inherit them, but I don't have them right now to show you anything. And it's a little weird, like, what is it?
Stop rubbing your snort sacks. Also, there probably wouldn't be a lot of fucking pictures anyway of Phil Burnell as a child because it'd be hard to get his fucking oddly shaped head into fucking frame.
Inherit them, but I don't have them right now to show you anything.
Look at this shit, man. He's rubbing his snort stacks.
And it's a little weird, like, isn't it true that, like, parents or family members should have pictures of their kids? Why would you have pictures of yourself as a kid? I never even thought about it. Like, why would I want pictures of myself as a kid? Right?
Happy, nostalgic memories of growing up? Or do you not have any of that?
Wily Coyote says, tell them to get the photo scan app and scan them in. You just said one of the most ridiculous things ever. All right? My mom doesn't use the internet at all. Doesn't even have access to it. Even though there's been endless times that I've bought her devices, my dad bought her laptops, and everyone's tried to explain it to her. She just can't do it. I'm serious.
So being a fucking dinosaur with technology runs in a fucking family then, because you're also a fucking dinosaur, Phil.
She can't get on the internet. I don't get it. Everyone else can do it, but to her, it's like, it's a different universe. She can't get on there. I'm serious. It's that. My dad's fully on the internet and can do whatever. He just doesn't, he's already does a lot of stuff on the internet for work and everything. So for him, like, when he goes home from work, he's like, I don't want to fucking be on the internet all day.
Shut the fuck up, you lying piece of fucking shit. What a fucking... That is an example of a fucking white lie if ever I fucking saw one. That is an example of one of Phil's fucking white lies where he's not being fully honest with his fucking audience, so he's pretending his fucking dad hates the fucking internet in his spare fucking time. Bullshit. I'm calling bullshit and shenanigans and that garbage. There is no fucking way.
I was already on the internet doing shit all day for my job, so, he wants to be out of there, out of the realm of that, and he wants to be, relax and watch TV and shit. He doesn't want to be on the internet, so he's not like an internet guy.
Excuses. You just don't want the fucking, the internet to fucking see pictures from your fucking childhood. If Phil ever got a hold of any fucking childhood pictures, how much are you willing to fucking bet that he'll be charging his fucking deadheads like fucking $100 or $250 fucking dollars to see it? For every $250 tip, I will reveal to you a childhood picture that my dad was able to scan for me because he fucking endured being on the internet even though he fucking hates it because it's not his fucking, he does it all day in his job. The simpler answer, of course, is just to fucking say, like, I'm not interested in sharing that. That's a bit too personal. But Phyllis has spun some sort of strange fucking story. My mum doesn't know how to fucking do anything on the internet, which is obviously understandable. My mum's also not great in fucking internet. And my dad, my dad's on the internet all day at work. He doesn't want to go home and fucking have to deal with internet shit. Yeah, fucking heaven forbid that Daddy Burnell would have to fucking worry about looking at childhood pictures and seeing how much of a fucking disappointment you were, even grown up. All those memories lingering back for fucking Papa Burnell of the fucking piece of shit you were as a fucking small child when you grew into a fucking adult-sized fucking child. Yeah, I would fucking hate to do that as well if I was fucking Daddy Burnell.
I mean, if my mom could be on the internet, I bet that would be one of the things she would do. But so anyway, I'm probably never gonna get any digital versions of any pictures. Maybe like I said, maybe one day, I'll inherit their photo albums and then I'll scan them myself. But outside of that, I don't think it's ever gonna get digitized. So, is my dad good at Street Fighter? Surprising story, he took 5th place. So I beat him by 1 ranking at EVO. Yeah, pretty impressive. I surpassed my dad. Anyway, Anyway, so that's coming up, on or around my birthday, and I think this is good discussion we're having. We're figuring more and more out, all right? So this is good. And now, if you guys have any more ideas of things to do on my birthday, share them. If you have ideas for things, maybe I could do a special react segment during the show. Please share that. Like, would you like to see me react to some ideas? Please share, because that's how this event's going to come together this year. This is not a special event. Remember, this is not a special event based on this anymore. This isn't, we brainstormed an event and now we're working towards it by raising...
Son of a bitch pointed at a text. We deleted points at text from the card because we believed Phil was not going to do it anymore. And then look at his fucking frantic pointing.
To see me react to some ideas, please share, because that's how this event's going to come together this year. This is not a special event. Remember, this is not a special event based on this anymore. This isn't, we brainstormed an event and now we're working towards it by raising memberships. That's very much not the case at all. It's kind of, we're just already doing it, but let's figure out what we actually want to do together, right? And future events are going to be like this. Future events are now going to be based around us just talking and brainstorming and doing special events. It's not going to be, we have to raise a goal to do it or anything like that, okay? Just so you guys know. Okay, that's the schedule, my friends. Now, April will be an interesting month for gaming, but...
He called his fucking chat friends. That is on a card. That is a double bingo. We are 6 away from a full house. We have 5 burps and 10 snorts. Strong game so far, plenty of time left. And Brian Art says at least his membership seemed to be dropping regardless, so they're fluctuating for sure. They're floating around the 375 to 380 range. Every time Phil goes up in memberships, he seems to lose a few more and he drops back down to the 375 range. So yeah. Brian Arts is saying as well, I thought they were his co-workers instead of his friends during the interview. Lamal. Yeah. Like, fucking Howard was a fucking acquaintance anyway, for fuck's sake. Howard was always Rambo's friend, you know what I mean? He was John's friend. So, Howard was never Phil's friend. Howard knew John Rambo, and basically that's how Howard knew Phil, through John Rambo. So, Howard was always a friend of a friend. Even though Howard may have saw it differently, maybe after time, considering what they went through together. They made Project 7 together, not shit, you know what I mean? And they went in different conventions together, not shit as well. But nah, he was always there as a friend of Rambo's, essentially. So yeah, For fuck's sake, man. It's just... It's hard to imagine anyone seeing Phil and thinking this person looks like a good person to have in my life. Unless you're going to exploit them like fucking cat is.
Rather than get ahead of ourselves, I'd like to basically get through this month, and then what we'll probably do is sit down and look at the gaming landscape calendar. You know, maybe, aha! On my birthday, we're going to do this on my birthday. We're going to look at the gaming calendar live together, and we're going to brainstorm, and we're going to figure out what games you want to see me cover in the next few months.
No, that sounds horrible, Phil. You might as well fucking invite us all to fucking watch paint dry on your fucking birthday. If you do that shit during your podcast, I'm just going to pull the fucking plug in it and go back to the fucking interview.
There you go. We will absolutely, positively do that live during my birthday celebration. There's no reason not to do it then. It would be perfect, okay?
I have a new rule. I have a brand new fucking rule. Okay, get Phil's fucking goofy ass face off the fucking screen, 2 seconds. I have a new rule. Side scrollers. Go to live. Anytime Phil pisses me off with something that's going on in the fucking bingo game of today's, whatever podcast is happening, anytime he annoys me, I'm just going straight back to this.
Angry mob of people every day. Why can't I just live my life like everyone else on this planet, right? But, and of course, there's always a but, a lot of things change.
Phil, where's your joke? Where's your joke, Phil, saying there's always about I like big butts and a cat and lie? You fucking tell that joke all the time to your audience. It's such a mature and funny joke. Where's the fucking big butts joke, Phil? You missed the chance to use the big butts joke on fucking Craig and Adam. They would have loved that shit. They would have, their heads would have exploded with that big butts joke. Dumbass. I mean, it's just so funny. Anytime you fucking see Phil do something and you expect it to happen on fucking his own podcast when he fucking sets himself up for it, look at him here. He's scared to do it because he knows, I'm talking to actual adults here. They're not going to fucking like that shit. I better not fucking say it.
Between 2019 and now, I love what I do now.
Bullshit. Okay. Look, I'll tell you what. So I'm going to go back to bingo. But as I said, anytime Phil pisses me off, we have us in standby just to fucking chill down.
There you have it. Okay. Cool. So, there's one gaming news story I'd like to talk about today. Sadly, it's almost a follow-up. If you listen to this, it's almost a follow-up to yesterday's news story. So if you remember yesterday, my news story was that reminder, Nintendo is sunsetting the digital storefronts for both the Wii U and the 3DS. So if you don't buy anything you want right now digitally from the Wii U or 3DS stores, they're gone next week. They don't exist. All right? So you have to get them now. Well, guess what was just announced this morning? It's kind of like this trend seems to be continuing. EA has announced, listen to this, Battlefield 1943, Battlefield Bad Company, and Bad Company 2, and Mirror's Edge 1 will leave all digital storefronts on April 28th, okay? So if you are choosing to get those games, you must purchase them in the next month, essentially. That's it. After that, they will no longer be available digitally at all. You will not be able to buy these games and download them. Okay, only people who previously purchased them will be able to re-download. And by the way, all online functionality will be disabled for these games. So I want you to think about that. Battlefield 1943, Bad Company 1 and 2, games that primarily were bought, for online play, are getting sunsetted and will no longer have online play. You'll still be able to play through their single-player campaigns, but you'll not be able to play online anymore, essentially making those games worthless, right? Like, who's going to buy those games to play through a few hours of a single-player campaign and then there's no online? Mirror's Edge is kind of a different situation. So Mirror's Edge 1, very much so, is a single-player game. There really is no major multiplayer component. I think there is a multiplayer component in it at somewhere. Like, is it with the time trials? I think if there's a time trial thing, that when you're doing them, there's a ghost that's, like, from the internet. And so you're racing the ghost from the internet or something like that. And that was something unique at the time that people were excited for, that you could race other people doing parkour or whatever. So that's going to be gone. That's going to be removed from the game entirely, or it just won't work. It'll get error. Outside of that, though, Mirror's Edge 1 is very much a game that's a standalone offline game. Mirror's Edge 2, also known as Mirror's Edge Catalyst, not so much. Mirror's Edge Catalyst had a lot of online components to it. But Mirror's Edge 1, there's no reason that you need to really worry, in my opinion, about losing that online capability unless you care about time trials against a ghost. Yeah, who cares about that? That's not even the focus of the game. So Mirror's Edge 1, I feel, is not a big deal at all. Sucks you can't get it digitally, though. Like, Mirror's Edge 1 is a great game. I feel Mirror's Edge 1 is way better than 2. I did a second playthrough of it. What was it, last year? Or the year before? It was either last year or the year before. And admittedly, the game is frustrated by modern standards. There's some really tough parts at the end of the game that really were annoying. But at the same time, it's an incredibly unique, colorful game you know, it will always resonate with me as one of those games from the early Xbox 360 era that tried to innovate. Because at that time, there was a ton of innovation in gaming. So many game developers were trying various different things, and Mirror's Edge was one of those games that completely did it differently from the ground up. You never played another game that felt like that, right? That was good. Today, you don't get those kind of experiences very often anymore, or at least not from major studios. You get them mostly from like little indie studios. You don't get them from the big boys, right? So when EA put that out, you know, tons of years ago, it took a chance and it worked. I think it's a great game, and everyone should give it a shot. Seriously, I mean that. Like, it's on Game Pass and everything. Everyone should try Mirror's Edge to see if they like it. However, it does suck that this is basically the last hurrah for the game, right? Now, here's the thing that always confuses me. So they're saying they're gonna take them off the digital stores, okay? But what if I already own the rights to it? I do. I own the digital rights to Mirror's Edge. I had bought it digitally a long time ago. I played it last year. Does this mean, let's say in 3 years I have a craving, I want to go back and play it again? Is it gone? Can I not re-download it? Because what's the point then? Oh, we sunsetted it off the store. Yeah, but if you can still download it, then you still have the space for it and everything. So I don't even understand what's the point of removing it from a marketplace if you're going to still have it available anyway. It's very confusing to me.
See, I'm not too clued up in a situation because I don't really do console gaming anymore myself. But I imagine that if you don't have it downloaded, then once it's gone, it's gone. Doesn't matter if you bought it previously, if you don't have that shit installed in your fucking console anymore, I imagine it's gone. So yeah, you may want to fucking reinstall it if you ever get fucking hit by nostalgia, Phil. I don't know, I'm just saying. But that's my interpretation of it anyway. Johnny Chase is saying you can still re-download it even after they're going to remove it from their store. You can still re-download it. No, D-Dog, everyone else is saying that I'm right with my interpretation that once it's gone, it's gone. Like, even if you own the rights to it, it's gone. If they remove it from their store, you can't just re-download it even if you fucking bought the rights to it. It'd be in your library, but yeah, but Phil's saying that even though he downloaded the game, he's not got it installed in his console right now. He removed it from his console to free up space. That's what he's saying. But he's saying, can he re-download the game? Because he bought the game before. Phil's wrong. Well, there you go. Phil, yeah, fuck it. People are saying you can, I don't know. Some people are saying you can download it, and some people are saying you won't be able to download it once it's. It strikes me as odd if you can't buy it, it's in your library, at least on PlayStation. Well, even if you fucking remove it from your console, so it'll still retain some version of it, even if it's kind of been used before. That's what you're saying. I don't know, it's kind of confusing. I wasn't sure how to interpret it myself because I thought my interpretation of it, going by what Phil was saying, was once it's gone, it's gone. Essentially, even if you fucking bought the game before. Johnny Chase is saying, in my library I have several games that were delisted or removed from sale, but since I bought it I can still reinstall it. Okay. I mean, that's reasonable then, actually. Makes me wonder why, if you can reinstall it, that would imply you've got to re-download it as well, doesn't it? Because if you've removed it from your... It's said in the PlayStation Cloud apparently, there you go, it stays... So yeah, you can... So it looks like Phil hasn't lost Mirror's fucking Edge forever. He can go back to it if he wants to in future, even after the deadline, because he's got some sort of historical version of it to show. Okay, there you go then. I had no idea. I didn't know how to interpret that because I'm not much of a console gamer anymore at all, so I had no idea.
Here's the thing. The Battlefield games I kind of get, and it's sad. All these games that are mostly known for an online capability, it's sad when they get sunsetted because those are unique gameplay experiences. I remember playing Battlefield 1943, and I totally remember Battlefield Bad Company 1 and 2. I remember them completely standing out from Call of Duty and other first-person shooters of the time. They were very different, and it was good to have that good competitive variety. Today, we literally get Call of Duty every year and nothing else. It's rare if we get a year where there's other games that are competing directly with Call of Duty. You know, back then, though, it was great to have all these options. And I remember Bad Company 1 and 2 were good games. They weren't amazing, oh my god, jaw droppers, but at the same time, they were fun online experiences, and for a lot of people, that's probably great nostalgia. Maybe you played with your friends back in the day in a team, and it's you know, it's fun every once in a while to jump back in and play a little bit, and now those games won't exist anymore, right? It's kind of sad. So, it is what it is, but just to forewarn everybody, yeah, those games are gone. As of the 28th, you must buy them and download them and have them by the 28th before they are sunsetted, and you will not find them available on the digital marketplaces anywhere anymore. What's interesting to me is, will this include Game Pass? Because like I said, I know for a fact Mirror's Edge 1 is on Game Pass.
Oh, we got a super chat by Sanctuary Project. Review Tech is still trashing you. Why forgive him? I feel like we need to explore Twitter then and see for ourselves if Rich has said anything as of late. So Review Tech USA. The fuck, some of these fucking searches. So, ReviewTech USA has Twitter 15 hours ago. Oh Jesus Christ, he is like the corny drunk uncle that desperately tries to fit in during holiday gatherings. Oh, I mean, yeah, I mean, that's one way to look at it, Rich. Jesus, man, that's a bit savage there, Rich. Imagine DSP explaining how he makes Easter eggs. Oh, fuck off. Rich keeping himself awake during one of the 12-hour rants. Is that real? What the fuck? Good lord, DSP's a man that keeps on memeing. What the fuck, man? Some of these comments. I'm not a children's entertainer. There's a fucking quote there. There's bald side Phil there. That's how fucking Phil would look bald. That actually wouldn't be. Actually, that's half and half, isn't it? Is that some sort? Oh, wait a second. This is what? This is like a face merge, isn't it? Is this like fucking Rich and Phil's faces merged together? What is this? I'm watching that. Look, I'm so fucking confused. I am really confused. Did he do Phil? Kids? Yeah. Fucking hell, man. Classic Arsenal was asking, why are you shitting on Mr. Burnell more than usual at the moment? I said this the other day, but it's because you don't want to go in this stream. After the last few days, I would hazard a guess it's off the table now anyway. Fuck those. So anyway. Yeah, Rich, he may have been forgiven, but he's not going to fucking let up on Phil.
So does that mean you can't even get it on Game Pass anymore? It's just...
ReviewTech USA is watching DSP on a stream right now. That's a fucking boring. I mean, if it's this fucking podcast as well, he'll be bored to fucking tears as well.
Gone? Like, I don't know, right? I don't know. Darcy actually said in the chat, perhaps they should do a remastered collection like Halo. That'd be interesting. Imagine that if they remade all...
Sorry, I can't listen to him anymore. Look at his shoulder, right? Keep an eye on this shoulder, okay? Just watch this area, okay? And you'll see why I'm so distracted, okay?
Darcy actually said in the chat, perhaps they should do a remastered collection like Halo. That'd be interesting. Imagine that if they remade all the old all the old Battlefield games, right, and tossed them into a collection with better graphics.
You see what I mean? Like, what sort of fucking crazy ass fucking jiggling's going on with his fucking leg right there? To fucking cause that sort of fucking... That was rapid. I mean, we have 1.25 speed, but that is him bouncing his fucking leg randomly and jiggling all over the fucking place.
Graphics and they have online capability or whatever, just like they did with the Halo collection. I mean, that could work. Maybe. I don't know how popular it would be. But it is sad to see those games just go away, right? Permanently. Like, they're not coming back, right? It's kind of sad, for sure. Okay. All right, so that's what I've got for game news today. Not much else going on in the realm of news. So let us get to shout-outs today because I see a lot of people are here and have been contributing, and I really appreciate that. So let's start off on the YouTube side of things. Our first contribution of the day, a ginormous $50 super chat from K-Styles1998.
Okay, we've got a sound box, which is great, but he was going to say tip. I would guarantee you, so used to fucking saying dollar tip, 50, you know, he was about to say fucking tip and he fucking had to fucking hold himself back from saying what he really fucking wants to fucking say. So we have our sound box, we get to fucking tick something off the card, fantastic. But yeah, he stopped himself from saying tip.
$50 super chat from K-Styles1998. Thank you, K-Styles, for a very, very, very generous super chat to start the day. And he says the following. Will you be doing a playthrough of WWE 2K23? Well, I've talked about this recently. I feel like you weren't here for it. Allow me to reiterate my rationale on what's going on with this game. First of all, it already came out. It came out last week, correct? WWE 2K23. And I didn't play it at all. And some people were like shocked. They're like, dude, you play it every time there's a new WWE game. Why didn't you play it? Well, here's the deal. All right? So last year, if you remember, WWE 2K22 was released, and it was supposed to be the big return project after the game sucking in its last iteration and barely working. Then skipping an entire year to rework the game and make it better, okay? It came out last year, and quite frankly, the timing was bad, because if you remember, it came out during...
Oh, there's a super chat right there which you're going to lean. Trav Smacks, do you think the problem may be you instead of everyone else? There has to be some type of correlation. Oh, that's not going to please Phil Burnell whatsoever. Well, that's a very good fucking point. When the entirety of the internet appears to have a problem with Phil, perhaps Phil is the fucking problem.
During the time when all those other games were out, Elden Ring and everything, it's like, dude, I can't drop these insanely huge releases to play WWE right now. So I delayed my playthrough for a couple of months, okay? When I finally went to play it, I'll admit at first, it was intriguing. At first, first of all, I tried to do showcase mode. Showcase mode is the mode that always has some kind of clips of real matches integrated into it, right? Shut down completely. Can't do that mode because real clips of wrestling aren't allowed on YouTube. My stream got shut down and I couldn't upload the videos.
He must be talking about an interview right now in some capacity, because that's another super chat there by Kevin Bernstein. You made lots of good points that put an end to questions. Just didn't like that they brought Keem. Was unprofessional. Felt like internet blood sports with him. He would fucking kiss Phil's arse, wouldn't he?
So that was a waste of time. Like, well, that whole mode's out. So then we tried My Rise mode, which is the career mode. I created my own wrestler who really didn't look very well, much like me at all. And then I tried, going through the career. We played this, no exaggeration, for over 20 hours, all right? Admittedly, it was only interesting for like the first 2 to 3 streams tops. After that, it got boring. It got super repetitive.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Shallow for a super chat. It says, if it smells bad, wherever you go. Exactly, fucking exactly. There is our most recent bingo winner there, with a super chat there. And you two could win bingo if we get a full house tonight, guys. Who knows? But yeah, I still can't believe I fucking gave away like the $25 like to charity without waiting the whole week. Still, I swear is what it is. But yeah, I mean, our most recent bingo winner in the chat, celebrating their fucking spoils of victory. And yeah, if it smells bad wherever you go, it's exactly what Phil. I mean, when the entire internet is turned against you, when you can't trust a single person on the internet, Phil, maybe the problem is from within, rather than from everyone else. It's you, it's a problem. You are always the problem.
It was only interesting for like the first 2 to 3 streams tops. After that, it got boring. It got super repetitive, grindy. Oh, do a million matches in this side plot line for this show. Then go to this show, become the champion. Go to this show, go to this show. It really didn't innovate. I'm sorry, it just didn't. Like, I remember I was playing it because there was a hardcore group of WWE fans who wanted me to keep going. But at that time, it was definitely one of the least interested playthroughs, meaning people just...
No. You're going to say supported. That his little bitch ass was about to say supported, and he thought, well, that's not going to look good.
Me to keep going. But at that time, it was definitely one of the least interested playthroughs, meaning people just weren't that interested in it and were asking me to play other stuff, but I toughed out for like 20 some hours. And then finally after that, I had enough, and I was like, guys, I have to end it. Like, I can't keep going forever. We're like 25 hours into this playthrough. At that point, I played it like, 7, 8 streams for 2, 3 weeks, and I was bouncing with other stuff, so it worked, but at the same time, I was like, dude, this game isn't doing anything interesting. I can play it endlessly, but what's the point? So eventually, I just kind of ended it, and I hate to say it, they really didn't live up to their promises. Their promises were when they were going to come back with this game, it was going to feel like it was completely retooled from the ground up, a new game experience. Honestly, I didn't get that. Yeah, there was a few new animations that were nice. Yeah, I'd argue that certain modes like the Royal Rumble are a little better because you could have more wrestlers in it. But for the most part, the single-player content wasn't good. I'm sorry, that career mode was boring. And it's sad that people, bought into those promises. I don't think like they were lived up to, all right? So this year, when it was announced when this game's coming out, I'm like, I don't really care. I really don't. I mean, what did I really do in WWE 2K22 the most last year? I did sim matches. That's fine. It's definitely a great game for sims, right? You want to set up a silly ring, add in a ton of fantasy wrestlers, have them all duke it out for whatever, funny reasons or whatever, cartoon characters against comic book characters, against internet content creators, against this and that. It's funny. It's fun. But outside of that, I didn't really get much else out of it. And I didn't want to really buy the new one this year because I'm already in the midst of other play. Like, let's be honest, I was in the midst of so many other playthroughs. It wasn't until today that we actually kind of finished up with all these lingering playthroughs and saying, oh, now I'm a little bit freed up in my schedule, right?
Hold on, Heather P, is that a real DSP quote that Heather P saying, if you were bored, you are boring? Like, if I go into Pig Go right now and type in that quote, am I going to fucking find Phil saying that? Because I cannot find it. I typed in you are boring and I can't find it, I'll try if you were bored. Oh, is it a song? It's a song lyric he quotes. Mind you, I found 7 results for it. If you were bored, I don't know which one this would fucking be. It's a song lyric he quotes. When from? Like, which one of these 7 different fucking results would it fucking be? Jesus, man, I got no idea. I have no idea. If you were bored. Because I try to type in How about you're boring? If you're bored, then you're boring. There is. Found it. Thank you. There we go.
Tune into a survival horror stream,
Hold
right? Like, what are you doing? You know what they say? There is a saying. If you're bored, then you're boring. Right? Life is pretty exciting, quite frankly. There's a lot to do in life. And if you're finding yourself constantly bored, it probably has something to do more with you. I'm just saying. Okay.
on. Right. Arsehole. Absolute arsehole. Irredeemable little piece of shit.
At one point, I will openly say this, I hated what I did for a living. Around 2016, a lot of things were going really bad for me. YouTube had really started to just totally hate me. I was getting, all kinds of horrible things were happening to me behind the scenes. My personal life was falling apart as well. This is before I met my wife, by the way. And I didn't know what to do. I felt like I was trapped. I was like, I have so much debt in my name. There's no way if I quit YouTube, if I'm gonna make, if I'm gonna get a 9-to-5 job somewhere, I'm gonna lose everything. I'm gonna lose my house. I'm gonna lose everything because I can't afford it. If I get a 9-to-5 job, I would never make as much money, as I do on YouTube or Twitch or whatever.
So that's really what it comes down to is streaming is more profitable than getting a 9-to-5.
That's 50% of it, I would say. About 50%.
That's pretty much all that fell, for fuck's sake.
And that's why we're starting Metroid Prime today. But I did consider it, and I was like, I don't think so. I think this might be the year where it just doesn't make sense. I think what I'm going to end up doing, I do think what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait for I don't want to pay $60, $70, $70 for the game right now, right? Oh, I'm on the Switch. I can't tell you. I thought it was on a console. I could look it up. No, it's not on the Switch, right? So I'm pretty sure it's $70. So drop $70 for a game I can't play the showcase mode, and I know that the My Rise mode sucks, and I really don't want to play it. So what am I paying $70 for? Just for sim matches, right? So that being said, I don't think that I should buy it right now. I'm thinking I should wait, and I'm not saying I'm not gonna buy it. I think I should hold off, and I should wait for this game eventually in a couple of months to go on a big sale, which it will undoubtedly. These WWE games, they don't stay expensive for long. Usually it's like a 2-month wait, and then all of a sudden they'll go from like $70 to like $40, and then after another month they're down like to $30, and then buy it then, and then I could do Sims in it.
He tried his best to find the mute button in time. He tried his best, but it still squeaked out a little bit before it hit mute. That noise! That fucking noise! What the hell is that noise? Hold on.
And I could do Sims in it.
The fucking croak. It was a strange wee fucking croak. What the hell? What the hell was that? That's such a bizarre fucking noise. Okay, 6 burps. We're up to 6. Did Phil actually do hand crafts? Hold on,
I'm pretty sure it's $70. So drop $70 for a game I can't play the showcase mode, and I know that the My Rise mode sucks, and I really don't want to play it. So what am I paying $70 for? Just for sim matches, right?
There's no hand crafts there. Hand crafts when he was talking about the game going on sale.
So that being said, I don't think that I should buy it right now. I'm thinking I should wait, and I'm not saying I'm not gonna buy it. I think I should hold off. And I should wait for this game eventually in a couple of months to go on a big sale, which it will undoubtedly. These WWE games, they don't stay expensive for long. Usually it's like a 2-month wait, and then all of a sudden they'll go from like $70 to like $40, and then after another month they're down like to $30.
That's true. That's definitely hand crafts. Good spot, Heather. I retract my statement of saying there wasn't any hand crafts. You were absolutely right. I was absolutely wrong. Well done, Heather. You spotted hand crafts. We are 4 away from a full house.
And then buy it then. And then I could do Sims in it.
Also, that's actually a fucking bingo because of the fucking middle row, so...
Excuse me. Then I could do Sims in it. Moving forward for the rest of the year. Okay? Sims are actually gonna get much heavier second half of the year because remember, there's all the holiday stuff, like Halloween and Christmas and all of that. So that's really when I need the the Sims to be working. So what I'm thinking is, I'm even thinking that for my birthday event, which we just said we would do a fantasy match. I think I might just do it in WWE 2K22. I think that just might make more sense. And then later on this year, maybe the next time that we're gonna do a sim, then buy 23. Now I know that's gonna upset some people because some people like me covering, wrestling video games and the like. I hear you, But there's a couple factors. Factor number one, I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of wrestling anymore. I have not actively watched wrestling in several years. Almost 3 full years now since I've seen an actual match of wrestling. I'm kind of burnt out. Like, I was following all the wrestling trends on Twitter, and I got bored of those too. There's just too much of it now. I don't really care about all the wrestling drama and the companies competing and everything. I just don't care. Like, perfect example, I haven't seen a single moment of the Bloodline plotline, which is Roman Reigns and his family, the Usos, and others. I guess Solo is one of their relatives. They're all in a group. I haven't watched a single match of it. I haven't seen a single promo of it. I know it's the biggest thing in wrestling for like 2 years, and I have not seen any of it because I don't do wrestling, So I'm just not that excited anymore for WWE. I was at one point. These were some of the biggest games that I played every year. I always looked forward to it, but I think I just kind of grew out of it. I just really care about it anymore. Being completely honest, it's not a big deal to me. There's no real hype behind me buying the new WWE game and playing it. Especially because if it has plot lines and things like that, I wouldn't even understand what they are because I'm not following them. So that's a major factor. And then there's the factor that it's too expensive, $70 for a game that has limited modes and limited gameplay. And then there's the fact that I can't play some of the modes right off the bat. And I tell you right now, people are telling me, it's so hilarious. People are like, no, you don't understand. The career mode's better. You said that last year. No, you said that. You say it every year. You literally, every time a new WWE game comes out, everyone says it's better. And then I buy it and it's not better. It's literally a few hours of interest and it's just grinding, boring nonsense again.
Grinding, boring nonsense. Welcome to a typical DSP stream. He said literally, we are 3 away from a full house, and that's another fucking bingo for the fucking card as well for the horns to go. He needs to say detractors are trolls, meaningful, and tend to bump his microphone with dumbass flailing arms. We are in a very strong position here.
I don't think that they can break out of that formula. What are they ever going to do in the game that's going to change the career mode of the game? I don't know what they're going to do. How could you, right? They haven't really innovated or thought of any new ideas, so I'm just not excited for it. I'd much rather play other games, okay? So I'm just being real. K-Styles, thank you so much for the very, very generous super chat. I hope that doesn't upset you, but I just don't see the point of playing something I'm not really that interested in. It's too expensive right now, and I can't play half the modes, okay? I'll likely get it later on this year when it's discounted, and I'll probably use it for the sim matches, but that might be it, okay? Okay, continuing on, Darian.
Is it weird that my interpretation of such a large fucking super chat might have been to go towards the fucking game? Like, Phil's been given $50 for a very simple, basic fucking question. Some of that money could have went towards the fucking game and funding a game for his audience. I mean, look at a good example I can think of from my own personal experiences. D-Dog gave a very generous super chat earlier on in the month, and he said put it towards a Stream Deck. And I am planning to get a Stream Deck now, next month, because of D-Dog's generosity, you know what I mean? I'm not going to fucking say no to that. It would definitely make life easier for me in the streams. It seems like a good bit of tech to have, and he specifically said put it towards us, so yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah. Money. Oh, money. Yeah. Money.
Thank you very much for Barrett Wells for Super Chat. Says they don't have any new ideas. The guy who's renaming the same events but taking the king part out of it. Great fucking point. It's not all going to be feasting with the king. It's going to be tasteful fucking dinner time antics with fucking DSP or whatever. Yeah. Phil, doesn't matter how much money Phil is given, he never reinvests that money into his own fucking shitey business. The reason we've got a new webcam is not because he fucking used funds for it. The dent-headed fucking Dutch brothers fucking had to give him the webcam physically, they sent it in a care package. Here's a webcam, use this shit, for the love of God, Phil, your fucking shit's ridiculous. Here's a webcam, here's a capture card, here's a fucking, and then here's some gin to fucking help you drink your gin when you're fucking sitting up, what can go wrong? It's just, it never stops.
Money. Yeah. Money. Oh, money. Yeah. Money.
Thank you very much to Prophet for a super chat who says something cheeky, and Jad spent all the money on Rocket League. D-Dog. I did not. I can actually tell you now, I don't actually spend money at all on Rocket League. No, I know you can spend money on things in the game. I don't. I think it's a waste of fucking time. I've never been one for like fucking cosmetics in games. I'm just not like kind of. I used to spend money back in the fucking day, a little bit of money in FIFA games, and that was fucking bullshit as well. You know what I mean? That was like, that was annoying. I'm annoyed at myself that younger me did that. Like, spend money to get some coins for Ultimate Team shit. That's just a fucking waste of goddamn time. So yeah, young me was such a fucking moron. Didn't spend too much thankfully in the original in the first place, but at the same time, it was just too much, especially for EA. EA, you're just fucking greedy. EA Sports fucking shaking you down for every penny you've got, so nah, fuck that. But, yeah, apparently Feasting with the Kings is now dead, and I'm going to fucking call it Tasteful Dining or something.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Leo Gets for the super chat. It says, does that mean the new name of Ask the King is now Ask? I got no idea. I think Ask the King will be the very last thing that might ever change in title, because it is like the most longest running show that Phil's got. Ask the oddly shaped head person. I don't know. ask the Phil. Ask the fucking Phil show guy, or I don't know, fucking know. But Ask the King has literally been his longest running show, so I think he's going to try and keep that as Ask the King. I can't see him wanting to change it, even though Feasting with the King has changed it because of the connotations of the King, King of what, King of Hate. Ask the King has been an absolute staple the whole time. Ask the Oink. Bother the beggar, let's give more blood. Bother the beggar, yeah, bother the beggar for a fucking buck and he'll fucking answer your questions in some strange dumbass way.
I hope that doesn't upset you, but I just don't see the point of playing something I'm not really that interested in. It's too expensive right now, and I can't play half the modes. Okay? I'll likely get it later on this year when it's discounted, and I'll probably use it for the sim matches, but that might be it. Okay? Okay. Continuing on, Darian64 did a super chat saying, have you seen the fan art I sent you? I did, but not on my PC. Like, I briefly looked at it last night in my email. It looks great, but I haven't even had a chance to, like, do anything this morning. Here's what happened. I got paid today by YouTube.
And so you spent it all as fast as you fucking could. Phil claims he's in his office by about 10 AM. You know, Phil claims he's about 10 AM, so that means it was like 45 minutes before she went live. He could have done something to get this set up. I don't think Phil's in his office by 10 AM. I don't even think he's fucking conscious at 10 AM. Leo Gets to say, I like your chat suggestions, thank you. No problem. Shout out to Leo Gets, a great fucking, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I hear Leo Gets, obviously, fucking, the wee Joe Pesci and fucking Lethal Weapon. Brilliant character.
So I had to sit down, I paid all my bills. I was like, let me just do this all in one fell swoop. I said, paid them all off. So now I'm basically don't have to sit here and pay bills now till like early next month. All right, that's when the next swoop of bills comes in. So I was like, this is great, but I didn't have a chance to do anything else. So I haven't looked at art or nothing. You know, I would love to see if it looks good. If it looks good, wow, my webcam is lagging right now. Take a look at that. Let's fix it. For some reason, well, look, yeah, it looks better already. For some reason, when I change scenes, sometimes the webcam looks better. Now it does. See that? So now if I move back, now.
I completely forgot about this, but a lower profit. You may want to pay attention to this. I don't know if you're aware of this. Phil claims you have to fucking change scenes to stop his webcam from lagging. I completely forgot. Phil said that as well, the stream you weren't here 2 days ago or something. But yeah, Phil was claiming that, oh, my webcam's lagging. Let me change scenes and change back again.
Yeah, let's fix it. For some reason, well, look, yeah, it looks better already. For some reason, when I change scenes, sometimes the webcam looks better. Now it does. See that? So now if I move back, now it's better. Yep. I don't get that. I don't get that somehow the frame rate sometimes tanks, and then if I change scenes, it fixes. That's really weird. But it just fixed itself again. Something we have to remember. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, like, I saw your fan art. It looks great, and it is Resident Evil 4 related fan art. As long as it fits the stream, which I haven't tested yet, but as long as everything fits the stream, it looks good. I'll likely have that on Friday. Okay, cool. Thank you. B-Boy Cyclone, we got this membership for 22 months. It says, open the door, get on the floor. Everyone do the dinosaur. Actually, it says, DSP do the dinosaur. Open the door, get on the floor. Everyone do the dinosaur. Dun, 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 dun. What was that? Which movie was that in?
Shut up, bitch!
Was that actually in the Super Mario Brothers movie? It might have been. Or maybe not. Anyway, thank you very much, B-Boy Cyclone, for re-upping your membership. I appreciate that. 22 months. People are almost to the 2-year anniversary. Some of you will actually be earning your new crowns. You're going to go from those Regal Gold crowns to the Rose Gold. So now we're going to have lots more levels of crowns available. Pretty cool. Shout out to the Sanctuary Project, who did a super chat, says, would you consider doing a creator boxing event? No, I'm not someone who does stunts and gimmicks and stupid shit to make money and get attention on the internet. I'm not into the drama culture.
Can you repeat that, please?
Does stunts and gimmicks and stupid shit to make money and get attention on the internet.
Stunts, gimmicks, stupid shit. He's not one to do stunts, gimmicks, and stupid shit to get attention on the internet. For $50, you can make him wear gunner glasses. For $100, you can make him wear a dumbass hat. And for $150, you can make him put on a vest. It's like Dress Up Barbie. It said it was the world's ugliest fucking man-child doll.
I'm not into the drama culture. If you haven't noticed, I just don't want to be involved in any of that shit at all in any way, shape, or form. I actually think it's quite embarrassing to content creation as a whole to even be fucking involved in it. So, no, I'm not going to be doing that stuff. Anyone else who wants to do it, good on you. It's your ability. It's your prerogative. You want to jump on that gravy train of money because people want to see two content creators who are unfit beat the shit out of each other in a terrible, unsanctioned, unofficial, sloppy boxing match and everyone laughs at you? Go for it. I can't stop you. But I will not participate in that kind of crap. That is dumb stuff in my opinion.
Well, you can fucking even beat up, and look what happened the other day. Your cat fucking KO'd you. Your own goddamn cat, Jasper, 2KJ, Agent the Claude, Kung Fu Kitty, fucking made you bleed profusely. Almost knocked you the fuck out, sucker.
Okay. 2 new re-upped memberships. We got Battleduck 9000 for 21 months and Swaggo Nito for 21 months. Thank you both for your ongoing support of the channel. I really appreciate that. All right, so now we're going to swing over to tips. Let's see what tips have come in so far today.
Look, if anyone is here who is a Phil fan sometimes and gives Phil money, even sometimes as a fucking troll tip, I don't encourage troll tipping, but if you're going to ask Phil one goddamn thing, tell him to take his finger, okay? And tell him to fucking run his finger from one side of the microphone to the other in a straight line, just so we can see the fucking dust and the amount of dust that's on that fucking microphone. I'm not encouraging troll tipping or anything. If you're going to fucking do it, all I'm saying is say that fucking, ask that thing of him. Ask Phil to fucking take his grubby little fucking pig finger and take his finger and just draw a line just with his finger. Just go from one side to the other, one straight line, so we can see the amount of fucking dust on that fucking microphone. I guarantee you'll be too ashamed to fucking do it, and in the very following stream, it'll be magically fucking clean.
So, Arkham's Best has tipped me $4.20. Thank you very much, Arkham's Best. Let's get that up on the leaderboard before we even read the message. Here we go. Okay. So Arkham's Best says, from what I've heard about Resident Evil 4 Remake, it is not merely a remake, it's a reimagining with a lot of differences and changes, including cut content, but also new content to replace it. See, that's cool. What I'm feeling, and at least what I think the vibe is around the game, is that it is similar to Resident Evil 2 Remake. Resident Evil 2 Remake was very much a new game that took a lot of elements from the original and reinvented it into a modern game. It's the same location for the most part. It's the same enemies for the most part, but everything's redesigned to be modern. Better graphics, but completely different gameplay style. Puzzles retooled, story retooled, everything retooled and redone. And Resident Evil 2 Remake, again, stands as, in my mind, the best remake I've ever played in my life. I believe that firmly. And if Resident Evil 4 Remake is the same, that's great. That's what I want. I want a game that they put tons of effort into to remake this game from the ground up as something new. Because, let's be honest, Resident Evil 4, is it old? Yes. But is it outdated? I don't know. I played it last year, and I would say outside of a little bit of the slowness and sluggishness of the control, for example, when you're Leon and you're trying to quickly aim or swap weapons or even do melee, he's a little slow, right? He doesn't have a dodge or anything. So basically you have to really quickly try to move and maneuver and aim and fire when things are getting in your face. But outside of that, I would argue it's very much a modern game. It doesn't feel outdated. You know, you play those original Resident Evils, yeah, they feel massively outdated with fixed camera angles and tank controls and everything. Resident Evil 4 was the one that brought Resident Evil to the modern era. So if they're going to make a remake, man, I hope that they retooled enough. I hope the gameplay feels refreshed and different. I hope that there's total different segments that feel different from the original. You know, the characters certainly look different. Did you see Salazar? He doesn't look anything like the original. It's like they completely redesigned the character from the ground up. So let's hope. Let's hope for the best, and let's hope that it's a great game starting Friday. All right? Cool. All right. We got a $2.50 tip. Let's see here. So this is an anonymous tip, $2.50 tip. They said, I really think that you've taken everything going on very well. Seems like you're taking the business aspect of streaming more seriously now with budgeting. Perhaps you can get some better decorations or the current ones hung up if revenue stays up. Love you, Phil. What do you mean by that? The current ones hung up. Exactly. See, here's the thing. With the way that I have it now, since nothing is affixed to the wall, I could change it every month. That's what I'm liking about my setup currently, is that it's flexible. So every time you come here, it doesn't look exactly the same every day, right? Today, for a month it will, and then April's gonna look different. I'm gonna rearrange it again for April. I'm definitely gonna bring back at least one Mega Man painting for April. Okay, I'm not sure which one. And then I'm gonna see. I don't think I can, but I have one really big Super Mario Brothers 3 picture that I really, really like, but I think it's too big to fit on the streams. Just being honest, I think it's actually taller than this one. I measured it, and it's a little taller than this. So if this is just barely fitting the frame here, the only way I could fit the Super Mario Brothers 3 would put it over here, but then it would go all the way to the top, and then where am I gonna put the ghost lamp? I guess maybe I could try to squeeze it over here on top of one of the Mega Man pictures, perhaps. I don't know what you mean about hanging them though. I don't want to hang stuff behind me. I already got the memory foam on the wall, and that has to.
A wee small fucking patch of memory foam behind you mean? That fucking looks lonely? How about you fucking move the Pac-Man ghost to this side? That way, it can fucking judge you the entire fucking time. We need Judge's eyes to be staring at you the whole time you're fucking doing this nonsensical rambling. We want Judgy to be on this side of the fucking screen, over here. Over here we want Judgy to be, so he can just judge you the whole entire time as you're fucking spouting inane nonsense. Rambling away incoherently, saying the same old goddamn shit again and again and again.
Stay there for the noise dampening purposes, but I really don't want to I like having it flexible by having everything moving and sitting on stuff rather than it being affixed and totally stuck there forever. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. But if you have any elaboration on that, let me know. I received another 250 tip. Would I ever go on Caleb Hammer's Financial Audit, a YouTube channel that explains personal finance? No. I'm done with this, okay? I am. Like, I've officially made it known, and I'm done. I'm not doing interviews. I'm not going on any shows. I'm not talking about anything personal behind the scenes whatsoever. I'm done with it. Because, obviously, I cannot be treated fairly by anyone on YouTube because everyone has an agenda.
Shut the fuck up, you fucking victim bitch. You fucking victim complex bitch. Everyone's got a fucking agenda. Get the fuck out of here. Look, here's what happened, Phil. So, the Tractors had one version of events. We had a whole bunch of evidence on our side. It seemed to make sense. Our fucking, reason or rationale or evidence, everything we claimed. And we made some solid arguments. We put our case forward well. You had a chance to fucking clear our name, do anything you wanted to try and clear that fucking name of yours, and you didn't do a fuck all. You gave your version of events. It didn't make sense. It didn't add up. You were pressed on it several fucking times. Can you explain this? Can you explain this better? Phil, that's not an explanation. Come on, fuck now. And you just nodded your head fucking fervently. That's a good point. I agree. All the whole time you sat there nodding your head like a fucking bobbin doll saying you agreed when you didn't really fucking agree at all. You just fucking wanted it to fucking stop talking to you and fucking bashing you. You're hoping that you fucking saying I agree would stop them from fucking just obliterating you part by part, point by point. Just fucking nodding your head like some sort of fucking stupid ass bobbin head. No, I agree. That's a great point. That's a great question. I fucking agree. Fuck off.
Everyone has some kind of thing where they're going to try to spin my story into personal gain for themselves at my expense. I'm done with it. So, no, you come to DSP Gaming, you come to DSP Reacts, you're going to see fun content on those channels appropriate. Here, you're going to see gameplay and podcasting. Over on DSP Reacts, you're going to see fun reviews. You're going to see me reacting to clips. You're going to see me doing long-form reacts to documentaries. And that's what you're going to see. The content that I want to put out on the internet. You're not going to see any drama about behind-the-scenes bullshit because no one needs to know about behind-the-scenes bullshit. It's none of anyone's business. And, everyone seems to want to lie and make me look terrible and feel terrible, but look terrible for their own personal gain. So I'm done with it. Completely 100%. There will be no more of that. Ever. I mean it. Like, we're done. I got to the point where now I feel like, I know this sounds really stupid, but I just feel like I can't trust anyone. Even people you would think would be 100% trustworthy, I feel like I can't trust anyone. Like, no matter what, someone will do something to get benefit out of me being involved with it that they get over and I get screwed. So I'm done. It's just a end-all, be-all, definitively no across the board. No one should take it personal because it's not personal. It's just, I'm not going to fucking waste time on it, and I'm not going to, put myself into any kind of risk or any kind of stress over it. I'm done. People had the opportunity to treat me nicely, right, and not be scumbags, and they took advantage of that. They sadly ruined it. Anyone else? Sorry. Anyone else who's interested? Maybe I would have liked to do something with DSP in the future. Sorry, it got ruined by assholes. Now you know who to blame. People just don't want to treat me like everyone else gets a fair shake. That's what really gets me. Because, for example, I know this is just going to be very brief. I promise you. Okay, it will be very brief. Now, I'm on the interview, and this is what's resonated with me, how it's completely hypocritical and unfair, because everyone treats me one way, but everyone else gets treated a different way, correct? So I'm in the interview, and they bring Keemstar on, which, again, a lot of people have said a lot of things about that, that's for sure, how unfair that was, but personally, I allowed it to happen. all right? And they basically said, isn't it funny? Because when Keemstar was on the interview with you, okay? And basically they say, oh, Phil, well, don't you see? Keemstar is the same as you. He has haters just like you. And I said, no, but he has haters because he's actually done documented bad things. And he said something like, well, how do you know about that? I was like, don't you see there's a million documentaries about you all over the internet? And like, yeah, but there's documentaries about you on the internet too, right? You're right, but here's the difference. He has documented factual things he said and did that were horrible. He said awful takes about mental illness. He's literally, attacked people, hounded them for no good reason besides his own personal benefit. It's all well documented. The whole Etika situation that happened, the situation of, calling one person a pedophile who wasn't and them getting harassed for years and years because of it. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. That's just like the things that come to the front of your mind about all other horrible things the guy has done too.
You want to fucking talk about things like, pedophiles? Derek is one of your biggest fans. He is somebody that should not be near children. You fucking watch where you're fucking going, Phil. You fucking careful the fucking things that are coming to your goddamn mouth, because you fucking seem to support Derek wholeheartedly. You allow that fucking reprobate to fucking appear in your fucking content all goddamn time, and yet he's a fucking threat to fucking people anywhere. Women and children are not safe around Derek, in my opinion. That is a creepy little bastard right fucking there. You fucking careful what you fucking say, Phil. How old was Liana hanging when she fucking slid into your DMs on YouTube and you fucking hooked her? You went on some dumbass Disney. That's what I'm saying. Jesus fucking Christ, man. The things that Phil's saying right now, the victim complex is so fucking strong. Fuck me, man. He had ample opportunity to fucking debunk a whole bunch of shit and he fucking didn't. He couldn't do it. And so people formed their opinions, and he's pissed off people formed their opinions and didn't go in his favour. Jesus Christ, man. I mean, Derek's not even... I mean, I'm not bringing up Derek because Phil talked about paedophiles. When I think of paedophiles in the Phil fan base, he's the first person that comes to mind. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm not bringing up Derek. If somebody's in Phil's chat just randomly spouting the same thing over and over again, that's one thing. You know what I mean? It's okay, Phil allows this person to spam, kind of weird. But Phil is making claims against Keemstar here, randomly, unchallenged in his own fucking channel, his own wee soapbox. I'm going to just rewind this again to let it play out. Fuck it, I had to pause and rant there, but let's let this play out. Let's let this incredible siege mode rant play out.
Put myself into any kind of risk or any kind of stress over it. I'm done. People had the opportunity to treat me nicely, right, and not be scumbags, and they took advantage of that. They sadly ruined it. Anyone else? Sorry. Anyone else who's interested? Maybe I would have liked to do something with DSP in the future. Sorry, it got ruined by assholes. Now you know who to blame. People just don't want to treat me like everyone else gets a fair shake. That's what really gets me. Because, for example, I know this is just going to be very brief. I promise you. Okay, it will be very brief. Now, I'm on the interview, and this is what's resonated with me: how it's completely hypocritical and unfair because everyone treats me one way, but everyone else gets treated a different way. Correct? So I'm in the interview, and they bring Keemstar on, which, again, a lot of people have said a lot of things about that, that's for sure, how unfair that was, but personally, I allowed it to happen, all right? And they basically said, isn't it funny, because when Keemstar was on the interview with you, okay, and basically they say, oh, Phil, well, don't you see? Keemstar is the same as you. He has haters just like you. And I said, no, but he has haters because he's actually done documented bad things. And he said something like, well, how do you know about that? I was like, don't you see there's a million documentaries about you all over the internet? And like, yeah, but there's documentaries about you on the internet too, right? You're right, but here's the difference. He has documented factual things he said and did that were horrible. He's had awful takes about mental illness. He's literally, attacked people, hounded them for no good reason besides his own personal benefit. It's all well documented. The whole Etika situation that happened, the situation of, calling one person a pedophile who wasn't and them getting harassed for years and years because of it. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. That's just like the things that come to the front of your mind about all other horrible things the guy has done too. When you talk about the drama about me, it's all hearsay. It's all circumstantial. It's all bullshit. You can pull out of context clips and say he's done this bad, he's done this bad. Literally nothing I've done has ever been as bad as what's documented been done by Keem, okay? But here's where this pisses me off, all right? It's hypocritical because you literally just said, well, you see, Keem's the same as you. He has haters and he has documentaries about him. Okay, so why is it okay to believe everything he says? He literally says none of it's true, and you believe him, and now he's your buddy.
You didn't say that. You made one big claim on that show about Keemstar, and he said that was not true. He didn't try to debunk every single fucking criticism about him as untrue. In fact, should we try and find it? I have the interview right fucking here after all, for fuck's sake. Should we try and find what Keemstar and Phil said at the time? Because Phil's there, Phil's blah, blah, blah. When's it turn into a four-way dance? It turns into a four-way dance about here. Here we fucking go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And just, you know, this is a great example of...
Oh, hold on, I've actually got a transcript here. I've got a transcript available, so we can just fucking skip straight to it. June the King. So, it's when Phil talks about June the King. I don't even know if that worked. Hold on, June. That doesn't work. King. Ah, for fuck's sake. Hang on, the King. Here we go. The King of Hate. Fuck that. No, not King of Hate. Not King of Fate. Fuck me, man. Hold on. King Moniker, King Ask a King, blah, blah, blah. You're still using Ask a King. Hold on. I'm trying to find it. Here we go. Found it. June. That's why I fucking can find. Okay, found it. So, here's what Phil said at the fucking time.
Simply voicing your opinion is one thing, Keem, but let's take a look at your history here. There's been documented cases where you've actually staged stuff and extrapolated drama in situations where it didn't really exist. There's evidence of this. People have admitted
Explain
to
that. Explain that.
Yeah, tell me more. I'm not aware of these.
The documentary I watched last year, about June the King made this one. And I guess there was a situation with a YouTuber, and I forget if he was a Minecraft YouTuber or another YouTuber. And, you know, originally he appeared supposedly as an upfront, honest guest on Keemstar's show covering this drama. I think it was allegations that he had been with underage girls or something like that. Okay. Coming to find out later on, the whole, or at least part of it, was orchestrated between the two behind the scenes. Like, I guess he wanted to get back at someone, his ex or his current girlfriend, and Keem participated in that setup situation.
I have no idea what you're talking about. That doesn't even sound legit whatsoever. I have no idea what you're talking about.
You have the right to deny it. That's fine.
But,
you know what? It's out there. Just so you know, shit's out there, man.
But I just want to say, like, you participated in supporting a YouTuber, all right, that covered a story on my misery, right? If I supposedly did something wrong, you watched and supported another YouTuber doing exactly what Dromler does.
It's a good point.
Well, and on top of that, just to kind of reiterate this, like, once again, Phil, you're telling Keemstar that he has the right to deny that because he's saying it didn't happen, even though you're saying there's a mountain of proof in this documentary, right? The same thing is being said to you right now about your WWE legends and everything like that, and you have the right to deny it too, even though there's a mountain of evidence through documentaries online.
Correct.
Phil agreed to it. Phil even agreed to it, point right at the fucking end. Correct. That is correct, sir. Yes, that's a good point. Phil... So Keemstar didn't deny every single fucking bad thing he's ever fucking done. Phil made one fucking point from the fucking documentary. He raised one particular fucking point, and Keemstar's like, I don't fucking understand what the fuck you're talking about, Phil. That does not ring a bell to me whatsoever. But I'm not a big Keemstar, like, obviously Keemstar, I'm not the biggest, I don't follow Keemstar's content too much. I only very recently followed Keemstar on Twitter, just for the sake of it. Just to fucking keep up with fucking what's happening with his Netflix DSP drama shit, But I don't really follow Keemstar's antics too much. And yes, he's obviously done a whole bunch of fucked up things in the fucking past. I don't think he would deny that either. But just because, for fuck's sake, it doesn't mean, like, basically, Keemstar's allowed to be an arsehole because Phil's allowed to be an arsehole. It's not as if a case of, like, Phil's like, fucking, why isn't Keemstar being dragged to the fucking mud right now? Because he's here and I'm here too, but it's only me. I'm the only one that's getting fucking bullied here. That's what Phil's trying to say. It looks like, but it's just so fucking weird for Phil to fucking make these strange claims when we can see what he fucking said at the time.
Okay. But here's where this pisses me off, alright? It's hypocritical because you literally just said, well, you see, Keem's the same as you. He has haters and he has documentaries about him. Okay, so why is it okay to believe everything he says? He literally says none of it's true, and you believe him, and now he's your buddy, right? But not me.
I'm sorry, I'm distracted by fucking the arm flap. Look at the bingo wings here, like... My eyes right now are on here and the fucking severe flapping going on when he's fucking shaking him and fucking angry.
Keem's the same as you. He has haters and he has documentaries about him. Okay, so why is it okay to believe everything he says? He literally says none of it's true, and you believe him, and now he's your buddy.
Jesus Christ, man. The fucking... just, lack of fucking... It's a whole lot of jiggling going on here in the fucking arms. It's just unreal. Phil, you're just bitching for the sake of fucking bitching. The Detractors made a whole bunch of claims, we had a whole bunch of receipts. Keemstar probably has a whole bunch of receipts himself. You know what I mean? That's why he came on the fucking show to talk about the fucking, you know, things you claimed about him, saying he fucking didn't call you, you know, like, Phil, you made some strange claims about Keemstar, that's why Keemstar was on the show. Phil's rambling rhetoric had Keemstar go on that show because Phil managed to disappear for a fucking brief spell. If Phil's internet had not magically cut out at that point in time, I'm willing to bet Keemstar would not have fucking got on. I'm willing to fucking bet Keemstar would not have had a look in on getting on that show if Phil's internet did not die at any fucking point, because Phil would have been like, what the fuck? No, hang on, it's just that if he was there the whole time, Phil would have been like, hang on, this is just between us three, why the hell's Keemstar coming on? The fact of the matter is, though, Keemstar was also on in between Phil's internet going down, and he was there on standby, ready to fucking go any fucking time after Phil got back.
Right? But not me, right? I can't, if I defend myself, I'm a liar. But this guy, you believe everything he says. Right? Like, literally, everything he fucking says is factually true. Why? Because he's big, he's popular, and he's rich. So because if I were big, popular, and rich, then guess what? Everyone would believe me too.
No, that's not how that works.
Because that's really what it's down to. It's completely hypocritical nonsense, right? It's bullshit. And it's totally not fair.
Phil, you make over $100,000 per fucking year. You're still a fucking liar.
That people judge me like that. So you see? So that's my reasoning. No, I'm not going to go on someone else's show about finances. No, I'm not going to do this. I'm done. I'm literally done. Because no matter where I go, I'm not going to get a fair shake. Everyone else gets treated differently than me on the internet. Literally every other person. At this point, I'm not shitting you. I feel like Wings of Redemption and Boogie would probably get treated better than me. I do. I feel that way. So even LT fucking G, I feel would probably get treated better than me. And you can look at the stuff that they've done that's documented versus the stuff that I've done that's all I'm accused of. But it's not documented anything, you know, whatever. I'm done with it. So that's that. Done with all the bullshit. Not going to anyone's show. We're just sticking to my own shit. Fair enough? I hope so, because I don't care. If you don't believe, you know, if you don't, oh no, I don't care. I don't care what you think. I'm done. I'm here to make content for my audience and have fun with you guys and not be in drama anymore. I'm not going to be treated unfairly by everyone on the internet just because I'm not Mr. Popular and I'm not Mr. Moneybags to line your pockets with money so you like me. Sorry, I can't, you know, not about that. I can't do that. So I guess I'll just make content for my audience and be happy in my own level.
Yeah, because this is the face of happiness right fucking here. This is a person who's clearly fucking happy with his fucking life right now. Jesus fucking Christ, he looks like he's going to fucking off himself. The picture of fucking happiness right fucking here. He's fucking broke, he's fucking miserable, he's fucking hated. Nobody believes a goddamn word he says. This is the happiest he's ever been in his entire fucking goddamn life. And yeah, the internet doesn't fucking like him, he doesn't trust anyone on the internet. But this is the happiest Phil Burnell has ever fucking been in his entire fucking miserable 41 years on this fucking planet. I'm sure anyone would fucking believe that looking at this fucking person right now and listening to this fucking person right now. Fucking hypocrite. Imagine it's like, I said a whole bunch of things without any substance whatsoever or evidence and they didn't believe me. Wee. It's just... fuck me. He really is a cunt. There's no two ways to fucking put it. He's a fucking cunt.
Down here on level 1, right? Forever. And I'm cool with that. You know? Alright. Continuing on. I got a $2 tip from an anonymous tipper. It's definitely worth going with PlayStation for the Resident Evil 4 remake. Capcom put a little more effort into it over Xbox. The reactive triggers are supposedly good, and some sounds will play from the speakers on the DualSense controller. It's kind of like the Wiimote used to do. I don't want that, though. I don't like that. I don't like it when they come out of the controller, so I might turn that off. You guys can't hear it then, if that's the case. There's also a couple of other little differences that make the PS5 better. Yeah, I'm probably going to turn, I'll be honest, I'll probably turn off the controller speaker, because I want everyone to hear the same audio, and the things that come through the speaker, you can never hear. You understand? So, okay. All right, and we got a $5 tip here. Super Snow Carl Turbo HD Remix did a $5 tip. Says, do you see some gaming journalist on a website claims that Resident Evil 5 is too racist for a remake? Thoughts? I don't know, and I don't care. I really don't. Just being honest, I don't care what their opinion is. You know, you'd have to see their take on it, on why they feel that. But I don't know their take, nor do I care to get involved in their political nonsense. The way I see it, you don't always need to have a carryover anymore. But sadly, this is what people are trying to do. They're 100%, they're 100% trying to turn everything political these days. We got politics in our games. We got politics in movies, cartoons. We got politics in everything. Why? The whole point of entertainment, all right, is that it's supposed to be fantasy. It's supposed to be separate from the realms of reality. Politics are supposed
And explain documentaries.
to be how we deal with culture and reality, not fantasy. So why has fantasy now become politicized? This is bullshit. We shouldn't have to make a choice. Oh, I want to play Hogwarts Legacy, but everyone says I'm a horrible, terrible person if I do. What? No, there should not be carryover between gaming and politics. We've had enough of this bullshit. All right. So, no, you know, I don't care what the person said. They're listen. Everyone can have their own opinion, but not everyone has to entertain that opinion. You know.
If everyone's allowed to have their own opinion, then why the fuck are you so upset with side scrollers? They had their own opinion, and now you fucking think they're arseholes that stabbed you in the fucking back. You're allowed your own opinion as long as it fucking conforms with Phil.
You know what I'm saying? No one has to give it attention at the time of day and all the impression. You just don't have to entertain that bullshit. Just ignore it. Okay? Okay. Let's see here. Excuse me. The Sanctuary Project is super chat. Again, Sanctuary Project, I'm not involving myself in any kind of drama whatsoever.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to VLX for a super chat. It says, political themes enhances a fantasy setting. It's what makes it more fleshed and real despite it not having any basis in our reality. I can get what you fucking mean, yeah, like the fucking kind of some kind of strange kind of tyrannical hierarchy or whatever, you know, you can kind of relate to some sort of political institutions and maybe all that. Yeah, I can get exactly what you fucking mean. It kind of makes it somewhat relatable, and if it's in a fantasy setting, it means that there's fucking people that can fight up and rise against that. I can get exactly what you mean. It'd be more endearing. That kind of story might be endearing to people depending on how it's fucking wrote out and you know shit. Yeah, so exactly. That's what I'm saying. Though it's like there's always got to be elements of reality in these fantasy settings. Also, Phil burped. We are 2 burps away from a free space. Auto Insane. I think that was a super chat that said maybe it's you. I don't know, but I don't think we're there yet. So, we'll see. I can rewind it if you want. I'll rewind it and we can see. Just in case I missed anything. I'll rewind it just in case. But I've counted this burp that's coming up, okay? I've already counted this burp that's coming up.
Had enough of this bullshit. All right?
No, this super chat wasn't about that, by the way. This super chat here, this whole entire rant from Phil was raised after a super chat about him appearing on some YouTuber show that went over finances. It broke down like financial and expenses, and it just triggered this amazing rant. So we've not had that fucking super chat yet where it's like, you know, Phil saying maybe the problem's you. We've not had that yet. We're going to get it soon, hopefully.
Opinion, but not everyone has to entertain that opinion. You know what I'm saying? No one has to give it attention at the time of day and all the impression. You just don't have to entertain that bullshit. Just ignore it. Okay? Okay. Let's see here. Excuse me. The Sanctuary Project is super chat.
And that burp is counted, remember. I don't have to fucking add that burp on. I've already counted that fucking burp. We're 2 burps away from a free space. Like, the snorts have all dried up. We had a strong start with the snorts, but they're all gone. It looks like. But we're 2 singular burps away from a free space, and if that happens, we need 2 of these things to happen. We need him to fucking say meaningful. We need him to fucking bump his microphone with his dumbass flailing arms. And we need him to fucking have a go at anger, you know, and the detractors and the trolls.
Again, Sanctuary Project, I'm not involving myself in any kind of drama whatsoever. So, literally what you're saying, it doesn't have anything to do with me.
Oh, you're saying that super chat right there, the Sanctuary Project super chat, might be about saying maybe the problems with Phil. I would need to rewind. No, not even rewind. I don't even think I could rewind, but I would need to fucking... Nah, I've got no way of fucking going up Phil's chat to see because it's long gone. I don't know how I would check that. That's the thing. It's been so long. I can't rewind the stream because I'm live streaming. Like, my stream, I mean... I certainly covered it myself when it came up at first. You know, I paused it and pointed it out and read out to you guys. The super chat came in at a time, but because I'm live, I can't do that. I mean, I guess I could do it on, like, I could open up my own bingo stream on YouTube, but then it'd be very weird and confusing because it's some sort of strange loop. Fuck it, never mind. And yeah, this face, I might just for future reference save this fucking face, just for the sake of it. Yeah, I'm saving this face. Hold on. Give me a second. Hopefully it works out. Hopefully it's a good little crop. And hold on, 2 seconds. There we go. There we go. And paste it in. And hopefully we have a good little cutout. There we go. We have a very good cutout indeed. Fantastic. Alright, on with the show.
I'm serious. It's bullshit. Thanks for the super chat. Anime Slayer did the super chat. I don't know who you're talking about, Anime Slayer, so I'm not even going to say that. How about that? Trey Smacks did a super chat. Now, here we go. This is what's hilarious. Do you think the problem is you instead of everyone else? There has to be some type of correlation. Here.
There is. He actually read out. Oh, this may be fucking brilliant. I am looking forward to this. Guys, get your popcorn ready. Steve the Dead, try not to punch anyone when you're listening to this, man, because this might be something beautiful. Where Phil's got to accept the fucking fact that it actually might be him as a problem, rather than the rest of the fucking world.
did a super chat. I don't know who you're talking about, Anime Slayer, so I'm not even going to say that. How about that? Trey Smacks did a super chat. Now, here we go. This is what's hilarious. Do you think the problem is you instead of everyone else? There has to be some type of correlation. Here's the correlation. I just explained it, okay? I'm not rich. I'm not popular, and I absolutely refuse to involve myself with the drama.
I'm not rich, I'm not popular, and I'm not really involved in drama. I do bingo streams. And yet, as far as I'm aware, the internet doesn't hate me.
Right? What's happening right now is people are trying to pull me into this realm of drama. All right? They're literally 100% trying to get me involved in their culture of online drama, toxicity, hate. They want me involved in it. They want to pull me in for personal gain. And, you know, I've never done that. I've always said, I'm not going to do that. I've never wanted to make this kind of content. I don't like it. I think it's just slapping people back and forth. It's a waste of time. It's a way to get immature people to watch your shit. And it's a way to make money. It's true. It's very profitable. The online drama community is hugely profitable because people are immature and they'll reward more immaturity. But I don't want to do that. Why do you think people are so upset? Because they want me in that shit. They're trying to pull me in and I refuse. I absolutely refuse to play ball with them. Right? So now I'm going to be the whipping boy of the internet. You know? Well, guess what? What do you know? Oh, well, that's what happens. You don't play ball. All of a sudden you become the villain. Right? It's been like this for 10 years, man. I don't want to play ball with the online bullshit. That's hilarious, David, because now you're banned because you already know the difference and you're just being a jerk and you can get out of here because you
Banned. Go on, bitch. I don't know what he said, but that guy's got fucking limbed.
bullshit.
Let's just see it one more time.
That's hilarious, David, because now you're banned because you already know the difference and you're just being a jerk and you can get out of here because you already know the difference. You know well why my stuff is different and I'm not doing drama content. No, excuse me, I skipped super chat. Kevin did a super chat. He says, you made lots of good points. Just didn't like the... So basically, Kevin, in a nutshell, is saying he didn't like that they brought Keem into the interview the other day. Do you feel like there's an internet blood sport with him? Yeah, to him, again, why don't I want to be involved with Keemstar? Because literally for him, there's nothing off the table. To him, it doesn't matter to what means or level you drop yourself as long as there's some kind of drama and popularity and you make money doing it. That's what he's all about. And some people are okay with that. I'm not. I'm just not. I'm not. No, I don't want to do internet celebrity content creator boxing. No, I don't want to watch a match of two content creators boxing. No, I don't want to be involved with drama. I don't want to be involved with a documentary. I don't want to be involved with nothing. I just want to fucking make content on the internet and be left alone.
Yeah, it's funny because I was watching some of the side scrolls earlier on today. Side scrolls are live today. They did a wee live show. DSP made up none of the real content. I don't think they even mentioned DSP once. Some people in chat tried to fucking get him to talk about DSP. They just moved the fuck on. They don't want nothing today with him. They had their own show, they had their own schedule, they had their own plan, and they stuck to it. It seems like Phil's the one that can't fucking stop talking about the fucking drama shit. The side scrollers have moved the fuck on. They've got their own fucking content to fucking focus on. You are a fucking blast from the past, whatever, you know what I mean, and that was it. You're a flash in the pan, but you're gone. They've moved the fuck on, and Phil cannot move on. This is going to gnaw away at him forever. This has been like the fucking nail in the fucking coffin for Phil in terms of him being fucking taken seriously on the internet, because nobody's ever going to fucking take him seriously anymore. No more interviews ever for DSP Gaming. The only interviews that he'll fucking do is on his own shitey channel, and the only fucking people who agree to it are people we've never fucking heard of in our fucking life. Probably people like fucking Rob Gavigan or some pish.
All the shit these people are on me for now is shit that literally has 0% to do with me or my content. Zero. It has nothing to do with me playing Metroid Prime, has nothing to do with me playing Resident Evil, has nothing to do with DSP versus the internet, has nothing to do with me reacting to a documentary. It has nothing to do with me.
It has everything to do with you. You fucking sit and stream every single fucking day asking for fucking money, pretend you're fucking destitute. At the same fucking time, where does that fucking money go? You claim it all goes to fucking bills, but that only fucking makes up about half your fucking income every fucking month. So where's the rest of the fucking money go? Various things. Nah. It's fair to fucking ask what you're fucking doing, what you're squandering that fucking money on. Especially when it's evidence fucking showing you fucking spending that money, blowing a whole lot of fucking money on things like mobile gaming. But no, apparently that's unfair. It wouldn't be an issue whatsoever if Phil didn't fucking beg hand and knee every single fucking day of every single fucking week of every single fucking month of every single fucking year of every single fucking decade practically, man. He's been doing this for goddamn 15 fucking years and he's been begging for most of them, for fuck's sake.
They just want to pull bullshit, right, into the limelight that has nothing to do with anyone's business. Why? Because it's dramatic. Because your personal demons, your closet of skeletons is, oh, it's dramatic. Let's pull it out and let you know what I'm saying? It's bullshit, especially when it's fabricated. That's the worst part, is when it's not even based on something you've done. It's based on shit people made up and just kept exacerbating worse and worse over the years because you didn't address it, because you refused to entertain the bullshit. So I'm not wasting my time on any of it anymore. Again, I'm done with it. You can try as much as you want. It ain't happening.
You wanted to focus on your content, your shitey fucking content? Fair enough. Okay, you know what? I'm going to do what Phil says. I'm going to focus on his fucking content. Where's our boy hate army? There he is. And where's that video that I fucking struggled so much to fucking find before? Was it this one here? Hold on, where is it? Fucking... Why do I struggle to fucking find it? So this will long stream, Keemstar threatens. This is 3 days ago, 4 days ago. Well, hold on. Dense withholding tips, lunch meat sandwiches are back on the menu. There we go, there's what I'm fucking looking for.
Hate Army General.
Since Phil wants us to focus on his content specifically, I thought we might as well just focus on what his content is like specifically from a very recent fucking stream from like a Dragon Ishin. So
if all the stories are true except Nakagawa so far, that means that Nishiyama and Nakagawa are the guilty parties. Let's continue. Let me hear your testimony, Nishiyama. Only Higashihara and Minamito had the keys to the snack room. One of them or both is who you're after. So according to Nishiyama, the guilty pair includes Nigashihara, or Minamino, or both. Okay. Nigashihara was it? What can you tell me about the mochi? All I know is that one of the culprits must be Kitajima. I saw him with his hands on the thing, no doubt about it. So according to Nigashihara, one of the guilty pair is Kitajima.
that last one is incredible to me. That last one, how does that even happen for that last one? The guy's name is Kitajima. And Phil said that. And instead of Kitajima. Very easy to say. And Phil added like several fucking different syllables as well as putting in a begging ratio insult in there. Oh my god. What the hell? It's not the fact that it happened just one goddamn time. It was like multiple times in such a short span of time. And even laughed before the second last one there when he's trying to say Higashihara. Higa, Higa. And Phil's like it's like enunciating the N quite strongly. So quick put inside, maybe the kanji was written to be read as ni. No. Phil cannot read kanji. I'm telling you that right now. No, it's oh Jesus Christ, man.
Kitajima.
That is impressive to me, Phil wants us to focus on his content, and as a fucking example of Phil's content recently, and he cannot help himself but seem to just revert to the feckin' N-words.
Okay. So I got a $1 tip here.
Please be a troll. Please be a troll tip. Please say it's a troll tip.
Can't video games serve as a political commentary? Many games feature governments with oppressed groups. That's kind of the whole point of being a fantasy. To be made.
That's an excellent fucking point. It's the same fucking thing said earlier on by VLX. VLX is the exact same thing. There you go. There's people with a similar mind to you, VLX, in Phil's chat saying why can't games be like this as well.
Political commentary. Many games feature governments with oppressed groups. That's kind of the whole point of being a fantasy. To be made to reflect political views sounds ignorant. I'm not saying that there shouldn't be politics in any video games. That's actually not what I said.
I feel like it is what he said. I'm so tempted just to rewind it just to see what he said, but I don't want to go that far back. He was saying they shouldn't involve. He was saying they shouldn't involve politics in these video games. Who's determined for video games to be a fucking safe, a space for just getting away from reality? To me, it seems like he was trying to fucking say don't involve, real life shit. Oh my god, the fucking hypocrisy. The king of hypocrisy lives on.
Political commentary. Many games feature governments with oppressed groups. That's kind of the whole point of being a fantasy. To be made to reflect political views sounds ignorant. I'm not saying that there shouldn't be politics in any video games. That's actually not what I said. What I said was there shouldn't be politics forced into video games. And that's what we're seeing today, right? What exactly was political about Hogwarts Legacy? I mean, maybe you could argue when it comes to the house elves and how they're basically kind of indentured servants who prefer to be servants rather than free. Yeah, that's definitely a commentary on slavery and all kinds of stuff. Maybe that's political.
If you think it's through slavery, Phil, then you're probably just racist if that's how you saw it. I'm using Phil's logic against him. You see what I'm saying now? Conway's saying, isn't there a massive goblin political point? A political plot? Yes, there is. The goblins are trying to take over the wizarding world, essentially. There is a very powerful goblin called Ranrock, and he is trying to lead all the goblins in some sort of goblin rebellion against the wizarding world. And so it's a case of they're trying to just fucking stop this evil goblin from doing all shit. In that Hogwarts universe, you know, the goblins and wizards, you know, are not that friendly towards each other over years anyway. So yeah, it's some people have pointed at some kind of interesting parallels with things like that. You know, like people said all sorts of fucking different things. Obviously, their own different takes. Whatever. I enjoyed playing the game. That's all I'll say about that. I know there's controversy surrounding the game. I know everything with J.K. Rowling as well. As a game, speaking from just a perspective of playing the game, it's okay. It's not a bad game. I don't think it's worth full price. Put it that way. I enjoy the game. I'm still a bit annoyed I paid full price for it because it's like I don't think it has much replayability. Like once you've played through the game once and finished the game, I don't think it's really worth going back to because you can't change. It's a very linear story. You know, it's not as you get different outcomes or different, you know, there's not really much that will change regardless of how you fucking play the game. I like games that can give you that kind of flexibility where you can play it multiple different ways and you can get some sort of different outcomes sometimes, you know what I mean? Especially when a game like that kind of environment. Nah, Hogwarts for me is enjoyable, but I'm just saying it as a game experience itself. But I think it's not worth full price. Like I'm a bit annoyed I paid full price, put it that way.
But outside of that, what else is political in that game? Zero. It's things from outside of the game that are political that somehow get projected onto the game. And that I don't agree with at all. I don't. I'm sorry. You know, The Last of Us 2. That's a game that if you just stand there and judge it on its own merits, it's one thing. But instead of it being judged by its own merits, it got judged by a ginormous outside of the game mob of community back and forth. This is bad. This is good. You're a bigot. You're an asshole. And they just kept going back and forth. And then the whole dialogue about the game gets lost somewhere.
Phil, haven't you bitched and whined about a Nintendo game coming up that's going to be $70? Now, the price of the game has nothing to do with the game itself and the content of the game, but you've taken something outside of the actual game and the price of the game, and you've made that a fucking point as to whether the fucking game is even worth playing or not. You might not play the fucking game, or you're actually fucking maybe thinking of like advocating to your fans not to buy the fucking game. You're getting the game regardless because you're a content creator, you said so yourself, but you fucking said earlier on before in a previous podcast that the price of the game might reflect on whether people should fucking buy the game or not. Because they're charging $70 for it, a Nintendo game. And you're fucking saying, oh, it's like, why are they fucking charging full price for a previous generation console game, even though it's not really previous generation? It is current gen alongside. What was it? You get what I'm fucking saying though. Phil's a fucking hypocrite, as usual. Again, forever, and always.
About what the game was supposed to be or what it even is, right? That's not fair. If you have a game that has a political topic or political overtone that's part of the game by design, that's okay. Then politics can be part of the discussion, but it shouldn't be part of every discussion. You see this, what I'm saying? We already have enough of politics in our real lives. We don't need to have more of it wedged down our throat constantly for drama purposes. Enough of that. I play games to escape that. I don't play games to then be rewinded of all of it, right?
Did he just butcher the word re-reminder or something?
I don't play games to then be rewinded of all of it.
Rewinded. Hold on.
Enough of that. I play games to escape that.
We need to slow motion this bad boy. I need to fucking see what the fuck this boy said.
I don't play games to then be rewinded of all.
Rewinded of.
I don't play games to then be rewinded of all of it. Right?
Right. One more time.
Be rewinded of all of it.
Then okay, I'll do. That is such a Decepticon says pork grinds, yeah. Food talk. tick off food talk.
Right? That would be like, I mean, seriously, think of it this way. That would be like during the year that COVID exploded, 2020, all right? The whole world is affected by COVID. Everything's locked down. Everyone's nervous that everyone's going to get sick and possibly pass away from this horrible disease. And then you go to play video games, and every video game being made is about COVID. Imagine that. Every game was a COVID topic. You'd be like, what? No, I'm too stressed out already over here. I don't want to have COVID in my video games too. I'm trying to forget about COVID and just escape. You see what I'm saying?
But there were no video games being made at the time because of COVID. So you playing a game out of COVID would have been very impressive at that time. Just saying.
But this is what's happening now with games. Everything's becoming political, and that's horrible. We shouldn't live in a totally dramatized, politicized world. We should.
Phil's talking about his fucking shit like he hasn't fucking enjoyed playing simulator games in the fucking past. This motherfucker has enjoyed playing things that emulated the real world, like Flight Sim and all that shit, you know. Fucking this motherfucker enjoyed fucking putting on the fucking stupid military hat, pretending it was a fucking pilot hat, putting on the fucking aviator shades, pretending to be a fucking pilot. And it's just bullshit, man. It's a bullshit fucking narrative. It really is. And he fucking talks about it all the time. He is talking about the graphics in games and the realism of graphics in fucking games. He is desperate for fucking realism to being captured by fucking his console play, you know, his game playing experience. And yet in the same fucking breath, he's like, please don't include the real world shit in my fucking games. His narrative changes just to suit the fucking, depending how he feels that fucking day, his narrative will completely fucking change. And he'll make himself sound like a big massive fucking hypocrite.
Should have a way to escape the bullshit. See? Okay. Dark Angel has re-upped their membership for 13 months. Just hope you were well. Thank you, Dark Angel, for the re-upped membership and the support. I appreciate that very much. Okay. By the way, someone had asked me for a follow-up on my arm. I mean, I guess you could kind of see the scratch there. The scratch is there. So they're there, and they're big, but they're healing. You know, I did exactly right what I should have done. What I needed to do, immediately when they happened, run to the bathroom, disinfect them with...
How in the hell did he not bump the microphone once here, leaning over the goddamn microphone to show off the goddamn arm? How did he not bump it once?
By the way, someone had asked me for a follow-up on my arm. I mean, I guess you could kind of see the scratch there. The scratch is there. So they're there, and they're big, but they're healing. You know, I did exactly right what I should have done. What I needed to do, immediately when they happened, run to the bathroom, disinfect them with rubbing alcohol, clean them up, and then when they dried up and stopped bleeding, do that again. You know, I did it exactly right. And now there's no swelling. There doesn't appear to be any residual, no infection or anything like that. It's healing nicely. You know, as long as I don't pick at it or, you know what I mean, like re-injure it, we should be good. Some people were like nervous. They were.
Did he just say re-injure?
Pick at it or, you know what I mean, like re-injure it.
Oh, it was just re-injure. I thought I went re-injure it like a fucking car trying to fucking start. Re.
Should be good. Some people were like nervous. They were like, you have to bandage it. As long as it's not an open wound, you don't have to. In fact, putting it out in the air a lot of times is a better idea if it's something that looks like it can easily, you know, clot and dry and just heal. If this were deeper, then yes, you have a deep wound, you should be bandaging it. But in this case, they were just kind of superficial scratches, but they were deep enough to bleed.
Oscley's asking, how did they scratch that much? Didn't even look bad. You've got to bear in mind two things. First of all, Jasper hates this motherfucker with a burning passion. He gets sprayed with a water bottle, he fucking goes anywhere he fucking shouldn't. He has to fucking listen to every single snore, every single burp. He has to smell this motherfucker every single fucking day. He has to live under the same fucking roof as him. So this poor fucking cat, this poor declawed cat, Agent DeClawed, Jasper Kitty, you know, it's just fucking 2kg, what you want to fucking call him, Kung Fu Kitty, finally got his fucking chance to fucking claw the ever-living shit at his fucking pig roach, and he took his chance. Now, how did he do so much damage? How was so much damage done to Phil's noodle arms that don't have any substance to them whatsoever? Well, that's exactly it. They're fucking noodle arms, they have no fucking substance to them whatsoever. His muscles have atrophied over the fucking years, there's barely any fucking, you know, muscle mass there at all, and it's just basically fucking fat flaps in a fucking little skinny-ass arm. It's like some sort of fucking strange alien fucking suit over a fucking body or whatever, you know, it's bizarre. It's a human, it's like it's not even his own fucking skin, it's almost fucking hanging off in places unhealthily. But yeah, anytime, people laugh at me saying fat flaps, anytime Phil fucking shakes his arms in a fucking angry rant, you look at the fucking top of his arms flapping about in a fucking, like I mean, to be fair, Phil has his window open and has his fan on, so it could be the fucking fan and the window being open, causing the fucking fat flaps to fucking flap in the fucking wind, and not just fucking Phil shaking his arms vigorously. It could be a combination of all three things. But you get what I'm fucking saying, no. Thin ass arms with no fucking muscle mass to them whatsoever. Plus Jasper fucking taking his revenge finally, using his back claws to fucking claw the ever living shit out of his fucking little piggy. He saw his window of opportunity. He took his fucking chance. And Kung Fu Kitty has fucking written an incredible chapter in his fucking stay at the Snort Fort. I mean, that's what I'm saying. We're all on Jasper's side here, you know what I mean? He's one of ours. Jasper is one of ours. So yeah, we're hoping he'll get him again, you know, like... Phil thinks he's safe for now, but just give it some time and he'll go back and finish your fucking job.
So, kind of sucked, but what are you going to do? It's life. Life with a cat. Happens every once in a while. Obviously not intended. It was a complete mistake. He didn't mean to do it. I'm not mad at him whatsoever that it happened. I just hope that he doesn't try to do that again. Because remember, here's what happened. If you watch the video back, you'll see. And actually, like I said, someone actually made a YouTube short of it, so maybe I'll release it. Normally when Jasper jumps on my chair, he does it from the floor. You'll see his tail around the chair, and he'll leap up and literally leap and grab. There's a mesh here. Do you see the mesh? This is all black mesh. This isn't solid cloth. It's a mesh. And so he puts his claws right in there, and then he uses that to pull himself up to the top. But yesterday, he was already sitting on my lap. He was standing on my lap, and my arm was like this, and he decided, I want to go up. Well, how's he going to do it? He can't jump over my face. So he tried to jump, and he's thinking mesh. Like in his head, he's thinking, how do I always climb the chair? Mesh. So he just goes, "Ugh," and immediately his claws dug in so deep into my skin, even deeper than normal. Like he walks on me all the time and there's nothing. But in this case, he was really sinking in to try to climb the chair, only sunk into my arm, not the chair, you know? Ronnie Blaze says you should try trimming his rear nails because he's been scratched by a cat before. Here's the thing. He doesn't have front claws. He's front declawed, you know? And already we feel like that's I mean, not that he's traumatized by it or anything. He's used to it. He hasn't had them for so long. I mean, so many years we've had him. And he doesn't have claws. We don't know when it was done because we didn't do it. You know, it was whoever his original owners were. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do anything to his claws. I don't want to trim them. I don't want to do nothing. Just let him be. He's fine. He doesn't destroy things in the house with those or anything. You know what I mean? And I'd be nervous.
I mean, considering how much fucking shit Cat destroys in the house, maybe you need to declaw Cat. I mean, how many things has she fucking broke over the goddamn years? The vacuum cleaner, the fucking shower, the dishwasher, the car. Yeah, time to declaw Cat and rather than Jasper.
That he's so used to the rear claws being his only way to climb and do things because he doesn't have front ones, that if we were to trim them, that would throw him all off and he might end up slipping or hurting himself because he's thinking, oh, I have these really super sharp claws that he doesn't.
Terabytes is asking, I thought Jasper was declawed. He is declawed, but only the front. The front paws of Jasper have no claws, they were declawed, but Jasper has claws in his back legs, which is what done all the damage to Phil Burnell and his precious little noodle arm.
You know what I mean? Excuse me. So. A pet groomer? I'm pretty sure we don't have money to take him to a pet groomer. I'm just saying. He's like the Wolverine. There you go. Excuse me. Jade says, this is the second time I'm going to watch Metroid Prime. I don't know the story. I don't remember. I actually don't remember the story of Metroid Prime. I know it's very similar to the story of regular Metroid, but I can't remember exactly what happens. I guess we'll have to see. All right. Any last minute questions or anything anyone would like to throw at me before we get started here? How bad were the original controls, Swagonito? Like, here's the thing. I remember trying to play this game sitting right here, because back then it was the love seat, right, that I was sitting on. It was, I believe it was one of my earlier playthroughs. Did anyone actually look it up? Did anyone look up the original Metroid Prime playthrough that I did to see when it was? Here, let's find out. Oh, I searched the live streams like an idiot. Let's try again. So here it is.
I'm counting that as a fucking very small microphone bump. I think we all heard it. Let's do it again.
Let's try again.
That's a microphone bump. I'm counting that shit. I fucking want somebody to win tonight. I don't care. It's a very minimal microphone bump, but fuck it, I'm counting it. We are 2 away from a fucking full house, and we need 2 burps as well for a free space, so we might need 1 only. I'll have to wait and see if there's any more fucking burps here. But that is another one for the bingo. We can play the horns. We are so close to a full house. The 2 most commonly fucking expected things in the card. Him to fucking mention detractors or trolls, and him to say meaningful. I just got caught out by the fucking meerkat in there. I thought it was I just thought I'd let that play for a little bit just fun. As I was saying, Meerkat has produced so many incredible fucking wee tunes, man. It really has. So sometimes I just fucking let it fucking play, just listen, and just enjoy the music just a wee bit. But yeah, we are 2 away from a full house, guys, and one of you guys can win a prize if we get a full house.
So here it is. 2015, summer of 2015. So almost a full 8 years ago. Okay, let's take a look here. So back then, I was doing about 20-minute parts. Some of them were like 25 minutes long, but mostly 20-minute parts. And it was on Wii U. It was 60 frames per second. But man, yeah, the graphics are just not very good. I'm taking a look now. It's like, you know, they just weren't great. I'm trying to find like the first part. I found the last part. Even for, you know, standards of back then, the playthrough didn't do well. I think it was because, like, like I said, man, I'm coughing. I think it was just, like I said back then, I didn't do interactive content. So it was more like me just playing it for myself and basically sucking at it, you know? Yeah, see, this is a rarity. Even back then, so we're talking almost 8 years ago, right? Even back then, that playthrough had about 50-50 split of likes to dislikes, which is rare back then. That was before the era of dislike bombs and shit like that I was getting on YouTube. People didn't like the playthrough because I was complaining constantly about the controls. I remember literally half the time I was playing, I was saying, man, these controls suck, these controls suck, these controls suck. And people got upset with me that I was constantly complaining about the control scheme. And I was like, yeah, but you have to understand, like, I'm forced into using this and playing it like this. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. Ruffian Forever, no one is talking about this, and if you continue to talk about it, I'm going to get you out of the chat. Like, literally, no one is talking about drama but you. Why are you bringing up drama shit? No one cares. I've already explained. I'm done with it, okay? Stop it.
I want to know what you're fucking talking about. Hold on. What? So we are behind Phil by about a whole hour. Well, look at that. Fuck me, a whole hour behind Phil. How did we manage going from being like fucking 10 seconds behind him at the start of the fucking show? People were fucking asking for me to go 1.25 speed. I'm like, I can't. I'm fucking live right now. And I fucking try to slow it down. And all of a sudden we're a goddamn hour behind. How the fuck does that happen? But let me find raw DSP on Odyssey. And rewind by an hour. So we can see what it was that was said. So that bastard
flower.
Cool. So let's what was it? Who was the guy's name? Who the hell? Oh my god, this fucking freeze frame. Never mind.
No one is talking about this, and if
What was the name?
so there you go.
Name.
Ruffian Forever, no one is
Ruffian Forever. An hour ago or so. Wrong stream. This one. Here we go. Hold on, let me go full screen so you guys can see Phil's chat as well. There we fucking go. So, we need to go... Wait. Can we not rewind the whole hour? I'm very confused. What if we go live? Did he not encode the podcast? We're in a whole hour. I can only go back like 20 minutes. Hold up. Where's your fucking... No, I can't. I can't do anything. This live stream only rewinds 20 minutes. Balls. I cannot check the fucking chat log after all. I can't go back further than... balls. Shout out to Piece of Peace, by the way. Enjoying himself. There's those track to Goose. As I'm saying, if you want to catch Raw DSP Archive, I will, of course, share for people that are not aware. It may have got by Superhound, but you can still catch it here. Is Piece of Peace running his? I don't think he is. I'm not sure. I mean, he's in Raw Odyssey right now, so I don't think he is.
talking about this, and if you continue to talk about it, I'm going to get you out of the chat. Like, literally, no one is talking about drama but you. Why are you bringing up drama shit? No one cares. I've already explained. I'm done with it. Okay? Stop it. Happy Tuesday, Guts. How are you? He says, I'm excited for Friday, the Resident Evil 4 remake, and I'm getting a lot of crazy rain here today. Well, hope that you stay dry. It's not too bad for you. I, too, am very excited for Resident Evil 4 remake. No, I did not know that there's a Crash game called Crash Team Rumble coming out. I never even heard of it. Shia, I'm glad. She says, I'm here for gameplay, not drama. Me too. Me too, and I'm the one doing the stream. So, you're in the right place. Niana, if you keep spamming me, I'm going to ban you too. You have to stop with the nonsense. No, I'm not unbanning someone who's just being a jerk in the chat and got banned. Not instantly unbanning them. There's various means people can get unbanned. You're not the person to campaign for someone else to get unbanned.
By the way, that was a microphone bump right there. For people that fucking questioned the legitimacy of the microphone bump from before, we just had another one, a bigger one there. So it definitely counts.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Hold on a second here.
Was that about 20 burps and 5 snorts or something? What the fuck was that? The faces, man. The fucking faces. Hold on. So, hold on. Jesus Christ, man. The eyes popping at his fucking wee head. Is he going to make a wee dumb face as well at that point? No, no, just I think that may be it. Oh my god. Well, I guess we have our freeze frame. Excuse me? Sometimes you just fucking strike gold. Right, let's see how this looks. I mean, some people look for more meaningful content. Me, I look for dumb fill faces to fucking crop out the backgrounds from. Oops, that's not that. Yeah, look at all this collection of badass faces I've got right now. Jesus Christ. What the hell is going on? Right, on with the fucking bingo.
Much better. Stupid frog in my throat. Okay. I got $1 tip. Now, this is an interesting question. Thoughts on dudes who pretend to be girls in chat and online? That's a bit odd, right? You know, my honest take on that is, it is a bit weird to me, but there's so many people who've done it. Like, even since the era of the internet becoming a social platform, the 90s, in the 1990s, when people started using chat rooms and chat clients, when people were using things like AOL Instant Messenger and Microsoft Messenger, there were people who would make up totally, fake accounts to pretend to be something they're not. And I guess it really depends on the level that it goes. All right. And allow me to explain what I mean by that. I guess there's nothing wrong with innocently making an account and just saying, I want to pretend to be someone else. It's a fantasy, right? It's not meant to be serious. It's just meant to be, here's my online persona. It's a joke or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But there's definitely something weird and wrong with someone who creates a whole online persona of something that doesn't exist and then catfishes others into believing it's real. Like, I just don't get that at all. I had a moderator like that once. If you guys aren't aware, it was many years ago at this point.
Of course, Phil makes it about himself. Of course, he will make this all about him. And it won't even be related to the fucking question. It'll just be about somebody pretending to be somebody they're not. And how Phil is betrayed by them.
But I had a moderator who was pretending to be a girl online, created a whole persona around being this online girl who was a fan of Chrono Trigger, and basically was in my chat for several years, talking under this persona, about a year and a half, I would say, talked in my chat under this persona of being this person. Everyone told everyone the story of who they were and everything. And then after having been a fan for a while, when we were looking for moderators and stuff, volunteered. And again, this was someone who everyone knew and was friendly with and thought, oh, this is fine. And everyone thought they were a nice person. So I made them a moderator. And they were a moderator for about a year, maybe even a little longer than a year. And during that year, there was never really any signs or inklings that this person was a malicious party or anything like that. But it was weird because absolutely there were sometimes behind the scenes conversations that I would have with my moderation team, and somehow all of a sudden people would publicly know about it. It's like, how would you know what we talked about behind the scenes? We're talking about things that have to do with trolls and stuff coming into chat and how to deal with it.
He said trolls. We are one away from a full house. Then of course that's another bingo. That's another bingo right fucking there. We need them to say meaningful, or we need them to burp twice, or we need them to fucking snort another 14 times before recording for gameplay. But yeah, we need either 2 more burps or Phil to say meaningful.
And other dramatic things going on behind the scenes that moderators need to be aware of. Oh, this meme is on the internet now, it's stupid, so be aware of it, this is what it might be, blah, blah, blah. So how the hell is the public aware of it? Because this person was leaking the information the entire time. Anytime we had a private conversation, they would leak it to the trolls and detractors. It's like, that's messed up, right? So then come to find out, after doing this for about like a year, right, this person basically realized there was really nothing behind the scenes happening that was going to get me in trouble. So instead, what they were planning to do was actually try to get me banned from Twitch. So, now you have an idea how long ago this was. This is when I was starting my full-time streaming on Twitch. And what they did back then, no one has this ability anymore. But back then, moderators on my Twitch streams used to have control over my bots. So they would actually be able to set up commands and set up things that Nightbot, and there was another one too, MooBot. We had 2 of them. So the moderators would be able to control the bots. So what this person actually did, and no, this is not Anonymous. That was another situation, a totally other situation. This is someone else before that, okay?
Phil's version of offence doesn't take into fact the possibility that a person might have become fucking disenfranchised with Phil at any point in time. Phil's narrative here is that the person was planning on fucking Phil over from the immediate get-go. The other possibility is that the fucking Phil, the fucking... As time went on, with them fucking following Phil and moderating for Phil and seeing what his fucking like, especially behind the scenes as a fucking moderator, they just became more and more disenchanted with the guy and thought, this guy is actually not fucking is a fucking cunt. But no, Phil's like this person planned this from the get-go, immediately, right from the off. This person was planning to fuck him over from the very start, and every single fucking detractor seemed to be in it, even though nobody fucking had a clue what was going on until it fucking happened.
This person, one night, went into the Nightbot commands and set up a bunch of new custom commands that were either detractor memes or actual, like, bad racist stuff. And what their plan to do was they were going, when I turned on the stream, unbeknownst to me, there was going to be all these new commands, and they were going to come in with a bunch of trolls and tell everyone to keep spamming the command things to get my whole chat filled with either detractor stuff or racist stuff and try to get me banned from Twitch. So, luckily for me, this got caught ahead of time, okay? And we caught the thing. We actually could look at logs. So I don't know why they didn't think they were going to get caught, because there's logs of anyone who does anything with the bots. Like, who changed everything. So we had definitive evidence of who had done it. And we just said, all right, well, goodbye. And we removed them as a moderator and kicked them out of the community. But literally, no exaggeration, 2 years, this person had made up a fake personality that they were not female, but they pretended to be. They were not the person they said they were. Who even knows if they were even a fan of Chrono Trigger? They might have made the whole thing, the whole persona was completely fabricated for 2 years. Think about how long it takes to waste 2 years of your life to do that deep of a covert ops move. And then, and on top of it, just to fail at it. That's the best part, is after 2 years of work, they literally did nothing and failed and got caught and kicked out of the community anyway. But you see the point?
As I said, Phil cannot consider the possibility that during those 2 years, they went from being a fan to being not a fan. Phil's like the person had this in mind right from the fucking get-go. And apparently, them pretending to be a female was also part of the fucking plan. No, I could have just been the fucking thing. That could have just been that other thing that had nothing to do with anything whatsoever. I don't know, man. Where the fuck? For Phil's mind, though, this is like... yeah, Prophet says this is where Shaken Adam would ask for proof. To be fair, this did happen to an extent. Phil did have somebody that did try to fucking fuck him over on Twitch with the fucking Nightbot commands. That did happen. That's not a false story. They did catch it. That I can remember that happening. But I just don't like Phil's version of events where it's like this was a fucking plan right from the get-go. And it's impossible for a person to fucking just fail out of favour of Phil, along the fucking line, and then decided to fuck him over in a very interesting way, which didn't work out in the end. But yeah, Phil's like, no, this person planned it right from the fucking start. It's like fucking saying Evil AJ fucking planned this is how you don't play from the start. Even though he's a fucking fan at first. It's like he fucking planned this is how you don't play as soon as he became your fucking fan. It makes no goddamn sense, Phil. Make it make sense.
I'm making, like, there's a difference between I have a silly online persona, I pretend to be something I'm not, it's just for fantasy purposes, it harms no one. Then you got these people who are just like catfishers. Like, they literally do these situations to try to set people up and hurt them. I've heard of situations where people pretended to be like a woman, and then they would try to seduce a guy online and try to get them to send them money or try to get them to like confess all kinds of personal shit just to crush them later. To be revealed this was not a person who even thought it was, right? Didn't we watch something like that at one point? A situation where it was like a middle-aged woman who was doing this to a guy, and he thought that she was like a 20-year-old girl in college, and you come out, it was like a 40, 50-year-old woman who was catfishing the guy all along. Like, what was the point? You knew you were never going to be with that guy. He had a notion of who you were, that you lied, you fooled him, right? And now his life is messed up because he's been spending all this time on notions of romance and stuff with a person who doesn't exist. It's sick stuff, man. I don't get it. I don't get that at all. Maybe there's some kind of a feeling of power, manipulation that people get out of it, that they feel like, oh, this is something worth my time. But to me, it's just kind of like, that's sick stuff, right? That is, to me, that just sounds wrong. Imagine, I'm serious about this. Imagine wasting 2 years of your life. Every day you're online pretending to be someone you're not. A different gender, a whole different life, a different person. Someone who you're completely not. What on earth are you doing with your life? 2 years of your life wasted? Like, what are you doing? Do
you have evidence this person actually fucking planned to do this right from the start, Phil? That's all I'm going to say. Do you have evidence of this? You have lost a lot of fans over the years who were genuine your fucking fans, but eventually you did something dumb or just something happened that they stopped being a fucking fan. Think of Rob on Wheels. Do you think Rob on Wheels was pretending to be a fan the whole entire time, Phil? And then he fucking turned on you, he had enough of you. Do you think he was like just faking it the whole time? Or supporting you? And you fucking used him as best as you fucking could because, hey, look, here's a fan I have who's in a wheelchair. I can fucking highlight them as part of my fucking clout chasing on internet. Look at my fans. I've got disabled fans like Rob on Wheels, and I've got blind fans like Super Blind Man. See that Super Blind Man? But this was saying, no, Rob on Wheels had enough of your shit. And so he said, you know what, fuck you. I think today actually Rob on Wheels became a member of Side Scrollers. That's how he's definitely not going back to DSP Gaming. Fuck no.
Just don't get that. I got another dollar tip. I don't know why you guys are bringing up Mitch Dyer. What are you talking about? Why are you bringing up Mitch Dyer?
Steve Ed is saying that he never did anything wrong. John was tricked into hating him by Howard. Any fan that leaves is always an undercover detractor. Phil is never at fault as far as Phil is concerned. Pretty much, yeah. Anything that happens to Phil on the internet, there's nothing he could do. You know, I did everything right, nothing wrong. The usual fucking shtick.
Why are you bringing him up? What does that have to do with anything? I don't even see why you guys brought up Mitch Dyer. There was once a 70-year-old man who sent $500,000 to a fake person he thought it was a model. Dark Angel says romance scammers are insane. One of my friends was a recent victim of a romance scammer, lost over $500, so they sent it to the scammer. Wow. That's, man. That's just bad, man. Really, like, that's, if anything, I mean, that should teach you. You just cannot trust the things you learn and see on the internet at all, right? Like, even if you talk to someone literally every day, you don't even know if it's real, you know?
Bitch, you fucking spent over $100,000 fucking dollars in WWE champions. You're the last person fucking talking about fucking getting scammed out of fucking money. You're buying fucking internet JPEGs which don't fucking exist, you can't fucking hold them.
Okay. There's a new Persona 5 game coming to mobile called PS5 Phantom X, only on Android iOS. I don't care. I'm just being honest, Guts. I don't care. Probably nothing I'd be interested in. Okay, I guess we're good. Are we good? Shall we adjourn for now? Yes, let's end the show, my friends. I know people want to see Metroid Prime, and so let us end the show. Thank you very much.
You better fucking burp twice before you fucking start recording for YouTube, or we're gonna have fucking problems.
And ladies and gentlemen, today is officially the first day of spring. It is time to get a bit jumpy. What's wrong with that one? I like the song because it's silly. I don't even care what's being said in the song. It just sounds silly and crazy, and you know, not what you would expect. That's why I like playing that song. Excuse me. All right, let's get set up. I do have to use the restroom briefly, but I don't have to take a big break or anything. I also have no clue where to put the webcam. I don't know what's going to, like, where the heads-up display is going to be for this game. I can't remember. So I guess we're going to have to see when I boot this up what happens, right? All right, so here's what we're going to do. Let's take a brief break, all right? Let's take like a 5-minute break. I'm just going to run next door, use the restroom and everything, wash my hands, and then we're going to get started. All right, so I'm just going to mute the mic. I'm not going to monetize you and run ads. I'm just going to mute, go next door, you can come right back, and we'll start with Metroid Prime. I'll be right back, guys. Okay.
So he's going to run up to Silent Weapons is saying, I want to see the big bunny wallpaper. You know what? Silent Weapons just for you. Let's go back the way so you can enjoy the fucking end stream thing, okay? Remember, if you guys don't like what you're seeing, Silent Weapons really wanted to see this. Silent Weapons requested this, and I'm a nice person. I'm going to let Silent Weapons enjoy this as much as they want.
Let's end the show. Thank you very much. And ladies and gentlemen, today is officially the first day of spring. It is time to get a bit jumpy.
I do hope you enjoyed that, Silent Weapons. And that was just for you, buddy. Phil's chat is creeping me out, man. Like, look what the fuck's like. What the shit? Kitty's fucking like, sweet shoe taste. What the fuck? Oh my fucking god. It's like, There's some cyber sex chat going on in Phil's fucking stream chat. Is the game that boring? Is the playthrough that boring? What the fuck? Jesus Christ. Okay, I am going to fast forward, obviously, until Phil gets back from his little piss break. Well, he's back. Okay, so was he on 10 minutes or something? How long was he gone? No, it wasn't gone. It wasn't 10. It was like fucking 4 minutes. Okay. He was only gone like 4 minutes or something. What is he? There you go. And he just launches himself back into the chair. Here we go. We're still playing Barry. Listen out for the word meaningful or 2 more burps.
Switch dashboard needs themes, says My Ruin. Yeah, they don't have any, right? It's just black or white. That's dark or regular. There is no themes or anything on the Switch. It's very basic, correct? Yeah, very basic. Who says either top left or middle left for webcam. Everywhere else will have UI stuff. Top left corner has a radar. No one looks at it ever. Every other corner is far more important.
Of course, there is one other way for us to get a free space, guys, remember. If we get 100 likes before we end bingo, that's a free space. I'm not trying to fucking twist anyone's arm here. But if we get 100 likes before bingo ends, that's a free space. And you're in at a fucking time. I'm just saying, if one of you guys wants a bingo prize, we're only one space away, we've got a free space up for grabs. I'm just saying.
Okay, let's try it. Let's do, like you said, like how about middle left, like this? So let's see. See how this looks? It'll be good, 2 new games this week, so we gotta learn where to put the camera placement for each game. Each game, I'm sure, will be different.
I'm not trying to beg for likes, but I want to fucking... We're one away. We're one away from a full house, and a free space would mean where you guys could win a prize. I'm trying to give you guys money.
Okay. Yes, I did hear about Good Burger 2, which is funny. I mean, Good Burger 1 is not a good movie, but it's kind of a piece of nostalgia from that Nickelodeon era, right? And I've seen Good Burger 1, and I think it's a fine, so bad it's good, like, B movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a masterpiece, but it's also not insanely trash. It's just kind of a silly movie that kind of stands alone, and a lot of people still remember it to this day. So it's interesting they're making a sequel, but I don't know who the heck's gonna watch it. I don't think it's gonna be for kids. Kids are gonna be like, what the fuck is Good Burger, right? And adults are gonna be like, well, Good Burger's not funny for adults. So what is this, right? Well, now, they gotta get Sinbad back. They absolutely have to get Sinbad in it again. That would be amazing. He has to once again be tortured the entire movie by these 2 men. Now, that would be something else. Okay. It won't be the same without Abe Vigoda. Well, yeah. I mean, he was very old even in the original, so rest in peace to Abe. Okay. Oh, I don't know. Does he? People are saying Sinbad might have bad health issues. I didn't know that. If that's the case, that sucks. That sucks. It would have been great if he came back out of nowhere and like, look, I'm back after like not being in showbiz for like 20 years. I'm back for this movie. Yes, my first Metroid Prime playthrough was on the Wii U, but it was the Wii version played on the Wii U at 60 frames per second.
Was that a meaningful playthrough, Phil?
Okay, are we ready?
Burp twice or say meaningful, you fucking cunt.
Here we go. All right, guys.
That's the end of bingo. He's recording for YouTube. That's it. He's recording for YouTube. He's recording for YouTube now. This is what am I counting muted burps? I did count muted burps. Yes, I have been counting the muted burps. But he's now in YouTube mode, recording for gameplay for YouTube. I try my damn best, guys. I try my fucking damn best. This has haunted us in the past. The word meaningful. It has cost us in the past. We thought it was okay to have it back in rotation, but Phil, even though he said the word meaningful, in fact, hold on. How many times during this interview did Phil say meaningful? Why aren't you fucking... No, Phil definitely said meaningful several times during this whole interview. I refuse to believe it didn't. Meaningful. Am I high? Am I tripping? Oh wait, hold on. I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm trying to search his fucking chat. When I'm fucking should be searching a transcript. Meaningful. The word meaningful was said 19 separate times during that 5-hour interview, and I couldn't get it one time during a fucking podcast. Shenanigans. Goddamn fucking shenanigans.
Started having an interactive conversation with my audience. it became so much better, this social experience of having meaningful conversations.
Bastard. Bastard. Fuck. I was really hoping for a fucking full house, guys, not gonna lie. I was really hoping for a full house. Jesus Christ. Okay, we were close. We were damn fucking close. We were one away. Let's see how Phil's doing on live stream.
For me on stream, I didn't make a lot of support yesterday. It's you guys, and you know how much you're liking the content I'm doing in a given day, how much you can afford to support that. Can you argue with
Hello, YouTube? Are you there? It's me, King Jad. Jesus fucking Christ, a shitey fucking crappy music playing all of a sudden. Well, Phil's on break, he's got $40 so far, he's not gained any new members. Oh well, fuck it innit. Guys, I tried to get a full house, alas we were so close, but it is to no avail. So yeah, and 1 Minute Man was part of the tips, so he's only $20, really, not counting 1 Minute Man. But yeah guys, I'm going to have to call it quits there. I'm sorry I couldn't get a full house, I tried my best to get a full house, you know what I mean, but it is what it is. Phil didn't get 100 likes before the fucking stream began, you know, he's over 100 likes now, but this was during gameplay. It wasn't before I started recording for YouTube, so yeah. I wanted a full house as well, damn it. Hopefully we can get one tomorrow, guys. We're so close tonight. Hopefully we can get one tomorrow. But guys, I'm going to just have to call it quits there. So thank you very much for being here. I do appreciate everyone being here and also having fun and contributing, keeping me writing the card and chat. Also help me with things like, we have a bingo card for tomorrow. Stevie the Dead inspired his bingo card by telling us where to put the funny faces. So this is tomorrow's bingo card with Phil's dumbass fucking faces poking at the fucking corners. Thank you very much, Steve, for that. Even though some of these fucking faces, I'm going to be sharing these faces on, that being said, Discord as well, because fuck it, why not? You know, they may as well enjoy it. But guys, I'm going to call it quits here. Thank you very much for being here. I do hope you all had a good time. And I'll be back tomorrow to say some... I'll fucking try and say it again about tripping over my dumbass tongue. I'll be back tomorrow for some more DSP Bingo. I do hope you enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. And yeah, it's a rare Wednesday stream, but Phil is no longer off on Wednesdays, so I will see you tomorrow for some Wednesday edition for DSP Bingo. And yeah, until then, I'm going to end things at all said things. I'm going to play out by having Pixar Animations Amazing Me video, Notorious PIG contributions. So yeah, until tomorrow guys, enjoy the rest of your Tuesday and I'll catch you all later. Thanks again for being here. I do appreciate everyone being here and having a good time. At least I hope you all had a good time. But yeah, catch you all later. Peace out.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized pay...
Is this 1.25? Surely not. No, it's normal speed. I was paranoid because I've heard Phil at 1.25 most of the nights. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't going by too fast. Catch you all tomorrow, guys. Thanks a lot. Peace out.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, "I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower?" When you're showered in money. When you go outside, all of a sudden, greenbacks start falling from the sky, and you raise your face up. You're like, oh, you start dancing. You go, oh, money, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day.
money, yeah, money, oh, money, yeah, money, yeah, money, oh, money, yeah.
These contributions are mandatory.
Money, yeah, money, oh, money, yeah, money, yeah, money, oh, money, yeah.
These contributions are mandatory. and it's gone, just gone like that in an instant, fucking gone.